He builds his castles out of air and smoke. Promises riches, leaves the people broke. Pyramid walls, they crumble fast. When truth steps in and shadows don't last. We see the scripts, we know the play. Same old hustle, just a different day. But we're the voice, the ones who fight. Lighten up the dark with the people's might. Victory with us, she screams all day. Will the slayers of nay, making fraud decay. No more victims, no more skins. We break the cycle, shatter its dreams. Victory with us, she screams all day. Will the slayers of nay, making fraud decay. No more victims, no more skins. We break the cycle, shatter its dreams. Break the cycle, shatter his dreams.
We are the naysayers, the sayers of nay. On this FriYAY, we rise, we don't play. No room for your schemes, no tricks, no traps. We see through your glitter, your promises collapse. Oh, the towers you build, oh, the lies you distill. We won't drink from your gilded well. We say nay to the false gold you display. We are the sayers of nay, and your schemes will decay. Yes, your schemes will decay. You climb to the top on the backs of the weak, but we're the voice they didn't know they'd seek. Your pyramids crumble, your empire shakes. Our voices are thunder, your foundation breaks. Nay, nay, we say nay. Not tomorrow, not someday, but right now on this FriYAY, we are the light, we'll lead the way. We say nay, to the false gold you display. We are the sayers of nay, and your schemes will decay. Yes, your schemes will decay. Yes, your schemes will decay.
Still you'll catch your time. Naysayers don't play, we speak what's true. OnPassive scheme ain't meant for you. Ash got plans to steal your soul. We won't lead you down that hole. We rock, you know we won't stay by. Won't steal your cash, your time ain't mine. Ain't mine. Naysayers rise, we shine so bright. Truth cut deep in darkest night. Ash and his team wanna take what's yours. Pyramid built with hidden doors. Claims of wealth, but it's just a lie. We naysayers, we don't buy. Ash and his gang wanna take what's yours. Pyramid built with hidden doors. Claims of wealth, but it's just a lie. We We naysayers, we don't buy. We won't be silent, gonna raise our voice. Speaking facts, ain't no choice. Break the chains of a dirty scheme. Naysayers live in the dream. Promises of gold, but all you get is smoke. Ashes and fire, just a joke. Naysayers stand up, keep it real. We cut through lies like sharpened steel. We rock, you know we won't stay blind. Won't steal your cash, your time ain't mine. Ain't mine. Naysayers rise, we shine so bright. Truth cut deep in darkest night. Hey,
Karma's a bitch.
Queen of Karma.
Hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? I hope that you're all having a fabulous, amazing FriYAY. Happy FriYAY to my sayers of nay. And we have kind of a full FriYAY today. I know I made you think that I wouldn't be able to pull it off, but here we are. So I hope that you are in for a treat because we have updates and pretty much a full show today, which I wasn't originally really expecting, especially at the beginning of the week, but here we are. So yay, FriYAY for us. Really good to see you, Joe. Glad that you could make it. And same with Mr. Level. And Jelly Snack is here. And Salami is here. And Danny gave a $2 super sticker. Thank you. And also donated $5. It says, Danny DeHeck is the best YouTuber on the planet. After me, of course. But yes. You might be a better YouTuber than I. I'm not the greatest at YouTubing. So there is that. Hey. I don't know if we'll ever stop saying that. Nev is here. I'm pretty sure a three-legged horse has a greater chance of winning the Kentucky Derby than anyone getting victory with Ash. I agree. And Lillian is here and says, hi, did anyone see Rhett's offering of the other day where he spoke of lions and lambs? What a fool. He needs to have a listen to what he says before putting it out. Well, I'm assuming that Ash Mufareh said something about lions and lambs, or they are all copying because Bill Must actually released a video. I did a live stream the other day called The Lion, the Lamb, and the Skeptic. And we did kind of touch on that, although I did talk about Red talking about it. But I did show that Bill Must made a video all about lions and lambs. And usually, Red is like a parrot. He doesn't have many of his own ideas. When he goes on a rant like that, he usually gets it from somewhere else. It's funny. And then I wonder if Jane Redfern is on board with this, as there's been no Monday Fun Day for a while. Yeah, interesting. Well, I don't know, but I'm assuming so. I'm assuming that she's okay with it. I mean, what, And victory with Ash. Red just called it victory with ass. I swear, I believe you. It's a very, very easy mistake to make. It really is, I'm just saying. Hello, Silvio. Good to see you. Blink twice if you've already upset a cult leader today. Now, I had a quiet day today. You were stuck in an MLM Zoom where the trading was just clapping. Awesome. Love it. Love it. Good news, everyone. I have some very good news for all of us. And it is not that we are going to play this video again. I thought I removed that. I'm so sorry. It is that we have a Victory with Ash update. Bum, 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 bum. Sorry, I didn't have time to make it all fancy. But there is a Victory with Ash update. Because, there was a message that was put in their Victory with Ash back office. Right? So if you've already completed your verification, you're all set. No further action is required. We're processing a temporary bottleneck in KYC volume, but expect to catch up within days, which is okay. Once normal flow resumes, KYC will again be required at registration. Good to know, I guess. Now, email validation. To ensure accuracy and scale responsibly, our entire email verification flow has been rebuilt. Here's what's happening now. Every new email entering the system must be valid and deliverable, as if they didn't have to be before. Any invalid, inactive, or non-functional emails, including at omail.ai, will be removed permanently. For members who have not yet confirmed their email, we have temporarily extended the activation window, giving everyone enough time to complete their email validation without pressure. Once this cycle is complete, every single valid account will have both KYC verified and email activation fully finalized. All unwanted or invalid accounts will be cleared out to maintain a clean, accurate, and scalable ecosystem. And again, I'm wondering, how did they even get in there? I thought that it was just like by invite only, and then people were just inviting 10 people, and then that was it. That's what they made it sound like. Referral and next steps. As we finalize these improvements, referral activation will return shortly. Not on a timer, but as a simple on-off system. Sounds promising, doesn't it? A new algorithm will soon reward leaders who grow their circles responsibly and effectively. Everything is on track, under control, and engineered for long-term scalability. You'll notice the word of the day today is scaling or scalling, depending on what you listen to tonight. There are no technical issues, simply ongoing optimization as we prepare for a much larger wave of expansion. We promise there are no technical issues. That made me giggle a little bit. I was like, I feel like there might be some technical issues. No mail, that's right. They're like, listen, that has to be gone. And I'm like, at this point, are there people using mail to sign up for Victory with Ash? I don't know why they would be doing it. Like, it's been gone for a long time. Right? So, like, what are we doing? It's been gone since June 2024. It's a year and a half at this point almost. Like, who's using it? Anyone? I doubt it. I don't even know if anyone has signed on using that email, because I don't know why they would. At this point, they do know that it's not coming back. And like they kept saying, these are our main people. Those that are really loyal, right? And have all their blind faith in this thing, or whatever Ash is going to do in the future. Just basically whatever Ash does, right? So it's like, well, why would there be people? Why would any of them use it? Like, it's just so silly to me. None of it makes any sense. Final note. Stay tuned to this section and your back office for further updates. The next phase will bring you statistics, oh yay, numbers, and features that will truly make your head spin in the best way. So I guess with this Victory with Ash, we're no longer doing take it to the top where your ears will pop. Now it will truly make your head spin in the best way. We're just getting started, and it's getting more exciting by the day. With gratitude, Ash Mufareh. So yeah, that was his amazing back office message in Victory with Ash. At least one of them anyway, the latest. So, now that we know what was said, I know that, as you heard, it didn't really say anything about any animals. It was Ash is the animal we're talking about. Maybe he is. But I'm pretty sure they got that from Bill Must. Bill Must just likes to do random analogies sometimes himself. And people tend to look up to him. Weirdly. He's like the main marketer here. So I was happy to get that. That was some good news. And now moving on to our next fabulous segment. You guys ready for this? Free with Ash meme review. Woo! That's right. Victory with Ash meme review. It's on fire. Oh no, why is it on fire? That didn't last long, did it? Anyway, Victory with Ash. I guess a giant explosion. Because, you know, they're so disruptive on the internet. So, of course, they come in with a big bang. A boom, baby, if you will. I love OnPassive. I love memes. That's right. And do you like them on fire? So, for some reason, people are making up their own logos all over Facebook for this thing. And this was one that I saw that was put on a couple posts, as well as shared, obviously, just on its own. Where, as you can see, it says, "The Bridge to the Future. Victory with Ash." I don't know why they chose to do with like that. But it's just funny to me. Because, like, they do actually have their logo. So, in this very lovely, colorful image here of this guy, very excited. Woohoo! And he's got his fists up. And it says, KYC! And then Victory with Ash. Ash Mufareh. You know, in case you didn't know who Ash was. But then up in the top right corner of this meme, you'll notice there's that V with Victory with Ash written beside it in purple. Remember, we brought it up the last time, and we were like, it's okay. I don't know why they don't just use it. But, like, you guys, there is a logo for this already. That's on the website and everything, if you go to victorywithash.com. So why are we just making them up now? I just find it kind of funny that they're all still doing that when really they could just use that one. Like the one that's actually for the company. I mean, I guess they still sort of did that with OnPassive, right? Even with the memes, but it's just so weird. Hello, Baron, good to see you. I remember the excited guy from the OnPassive memes. Yeah, that too. There's always some exciting memes. Unrelated, but my mom came home from the food bank yesterday with a bunch of Arbonne. Oh my goodness. What was that doing at the food bank? Mind you, if you had Arbonne and it was still good, I mean, I guess at least they tried in a way to help. I don't know. That's disappointing. See, a lot of the food banks, though, they're not going to really understand the difference. They might not recognize it. I know mine would probably also make that mistake, I'm sure. It's surprising how many people don't know about the MLMs. But maybe that's just coming from me as someone that like talks about it all the time. I don't know. I find in the real world, most people are like, well, it's not that big of a big deal. Or they just don't know about it. Right? So, doesn't shock me, unfortunately. Here we have all these lovely ladies who are all excited. They're very, very excited to be there at, obviously, the headquarters. This is what it looks like, guys. The headquarters at Victory with Ash. We got these lovely computers everywhere. And then at the bottom it says, hashtag Victory with Ash. And I was like, this is a little bit futuristic. But I guess sort of makes sense for who they are. But then I was more surprised when then I saw this one shared, which for some reason they decided to like stretch it weird and then add this weird stretched out picture of Ash next to it with this funky green background here. And like he's all stretched out weird. It's just why did we do this? What was wrong with the original meme? I feel like that's nicer. I don't know why you would do that to it. I don't know. It was just so bizarre. Not to mention, I was scrolling and they both randomly popped up. Not exactly one after another, but close enough together that I was like, Jesus Christ, what the heck? Because of course it was shared in the same group. A lot of them just take the memes that other people make and then just add something to it and then go, now I made a meme. Which I don't know if that's copyright or not. Here we have Victory with Ash, the boarding pass to a new era. And there's the boarding pass, of course. But Ash is also weirdly stretched in this image. And again, I don't know why. I don't know why we're doing that. Victory with Ash is like we're making OnPassive memes, but then we're also going to stretch Ash to look all weird and then add him to them. I mean, most people would prefer to see a meme with beautiful women than a full body Ash pic, and I'm saying that as a gay man. It is true. It is true. Especially like Ash stretched out. Like that's even creepier than just Ash, you know? It just makes me go, why? I mean, if you want to add him to it, can you just do it normally? I don't understand what it's supposed to do. But I don't know. Here we have the cult version of Victory with Ash, where they're all holding hands in a big giant circle. And I don't know, God's up there. They see the light. Looks a little culty. Makes you worried a little bit when you start seeing this, and you know, we're dealing with what we're dealing with. Even my chat GPT attempts look better than the Ash pic. True. I wouldn't have known that this was actually for Victory with Ash had it not been shared in one of their Facebook groups. Because it doesn't really say anything about Victory with Ash. Except for some reason, they all seem to really like to use this crown as well. So I was kind of like, is that supposed to be like their version of the logo? And then the words on this reads, True victory is a mutual climb. We rise not by lifting ourselves, but by lifting to the other. So there you have it. And I was like, well, they're mentioning victory, and it is in the group, so I think this is supposed to be a victory with Ash meme. I guess rest in peace to Ash. Because then I don't know who this translucent person is that's floating here with the light in their chest. Like, I don't know what that's about. I'm a little worried. I'm like, should we check on Ash? So, uh-oh. Hashtag victory with Ash. It's a vision of success for everyone. Vision of success for everybody. Are you ready to join today? You just need an invitation first. To all. Big PSA here. You ready? KYC is working. It is simply very busy. Stay cool and try the verification again, and from time to time, it will work. Isn't that reassuring? From time to time, it'll work. Just keep trying the verification again. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I want to hear. When I just sign up for a new platform and I go to do the KYC and it's not working, and I'm not really staying cool. Apparently, I mean, I'm assuming that's why he's telling people to stay cool. And I'm told, oh, don't worry. From time to time, it will work. Just keep trying it. Reminds me of, again, the issue with the merchant, and I'm trying to buy the O Connect. Remember that? Ridiculous. It was like, oh, you have a 2-minute window. All right, guys, listen, between 10:58 a.m., okay, and 11 a.m., you will be able to buy the O Connect. But if you don't press like pay now at the start of that, because it takes a minute or two to process, then you're shit out of luck. Reminds me of that. So I was like, are we just doing that but with the KYC now? They're supposed to keep trying it. So apparently the onboarding, as you can see, is going very, very well. Every Saturday night, 10 to 11 p.m. PST. You have too many payments trying to come in all at one time, right? No company ever had more payments than OnPassive. Not Amazon or Walmart. That's right. Listen, there was just way too many. Okay? The system was shutting down because there was so many people buying O Connect. Which was hilarious because whenever I did talk to somebody who claimed that they had people buying O Connect, I'd be like, okay, so how many people that you brought in bought the O Connect? It would never be all of them. It was always like, I don't know, like 3 or 4. We brought in like 10 people and 2 bought the O Connect. The other ones didn't want to yet. They wanted to see how it would go. So I'm like, who were all these sales? Who? Because a lot of them, they didn't have money to buy O Connect. They were struggling to buy the $97 buy it. So, just the same thing. But don't worry, stay cool. Just keep trying. The KYC is very busy, and it is working, they promise. Then John White came and posted, "It has been accomplished. Get ready to explode with the..." Oh my God, John White exploded! What happened? Oh no, he couldn't even finish the post. Oh, John White. Dude, what happened here? What's going on, John? It has been accomplished. Get ready to explode with the... There's too much for him to handle. Too much excitement. All right, you got to stay calm, John. Stay calm. Here, at least they used the logo. I was like, finally. But finally, a meme that, actually slapped the logo on there. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Now we're doing victory with Ash memes. It was a premature explosion, right? Why wouldn't anyone want to hand over the date of birth, the social security number, the credit card details, their birth certificate, the mother's maiden name to some company that's been ran by China? Well, this one's from Dubai. But I agree. And I bet you the KYC is probably also from there, which is the only reason how he would be able to get one is if it was some kind of personal connection, because nobody else is going to. Nobody else is going to want to work with this man. Like, at all. Any legit KYC right now, right, is going to be like, no, thank you. We're good. We're good. No, you can go with someone else. It's okay. So I'm thinking that if he has gotten one, obviously he had to, like, pull some strings for that, probably with people he knows. And I'm guessing probably out of Dubai, because, I mean, when so much of your company is out of there, why not? And see, out there, they are they did a good job of faking success there. So they did a lot of marketing there, right? Like on the Burj Khalifa, on the Dubai Mall. They got the naming rights to a metro station stop. Like, they did all that. And so in Dubai, they might even be able to trick a legitimate one from there, to be honest. To be honest, because like the marketing, marketing made it look all right. John, do you smell toast? Super aromatic. I'm like, who's this guy though? We got them using the logo, but I have no clue who this guy is. But yes, I think it is supposed to be Ash with his thumbs up. Because again, there's that on the website. I'll show you after the meme review if you want. Right? There's that beautiful picture of him with his thumbs up. So, of course, they're going to keep trying to use that picture. This is the AI version of that, I guess. And this is how they have him holding a trophy. I don't know what happened. They must have not gotten what they wanted, where they put into the AI prompt like, hey, change this picture to be kind of like Ash Mufareh, but not. I don't know what they did. That's anyone actually holding a trophy, that's for sure. And then it says, this is the simplest way to achieve success. The simplest way to achieve success. And I'm like, giving a thumbs up and holding a trophy? Because it's definitely not signing up to victory with Ash. But, the naysayers decided to do their own version. And this was sent to me by a few of you. A few people saw this and sent it to me, which I appreciate. It says, my name is Ash Mufareh, and I am not your friend. I'm only here to scam you. And that couldn't be more true, right? That's exactly it. His name is Ash Mufareh, and he is not your friend. Only here to scam you. And that is it for this week's Victory with Ash meme review. Woo! That was fun. I was surprised at how many I could actually find. I was like, oh, all right. They're really starting to get them going now. So keep on making those memes. Victory with Ash. Must have pissed off the wrong people there, probably. probably don't do weird things in Dubai or anywhere overseas, really, because you don't know what can happen. Just don't get involved in anything like that. That's why I say, don't support these companies. You have no clue what you're getting involved in. All right, just stay away. Stay away from the organized crime. Just in any capacity of it. Ash Mufareh. That's right. That's right. That's what it said. And I am not your friend. I'm only here to scam you. And maybe some of you are new to Ash Mufareh, his OnPassive / Victory with Ash scheme. So you might be wondering why that meme is so funny. It's because Ash is now
Name's Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend.
for this line, where he said it once, and I thought it was kind of a juvenile way for him to start a business meeting to take accountability for scamming $108 million from everyone. And so I had clipped it, and then it became an actual running thing that he said, where in almost every meeting since then, he manages to throw it in somewhere.
My name's Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend.
So, no, you're not. You're not my friend. You hate me. So, it was a meme on that as well. But like I said I would show you the website because maybe there's some people that haven't seen it. Here it is. There's the amazing image. I have to press the arrow down key to scroll. There's no scroll bar, which I don't like that. But yeah, that's the image of him with his thumb up there. And I guess their motto is rise, reset, refocus, right? So, they're starting. You can unlock your first 90 days. Yeah. Discover practical strategies designed to help you take control of your future. From reducing daily stress and building unshakable confidence to setting bold, measurable goals, you'll gain the clarity and direction you need to move forward. Along the way, you'll strengthen your communication and leadership skills, learning how to connect, persuade, and inspire others with ease. In other words, learning how to manipulate people. You'll also explore modern business strategies and the latest AI tools to work smarter, open new streams of income, and create lasting personal and professional growth. Every lesson is practical and actionable. Oh my God, not actionable. Giving you the skills to create real change you can feel, see, and measure in your life and business. And then as you can see, it says join free now, limited time, okay? So you would think that you could click there. But then when you click there, it's like invitation only. And I'm sorry, but I find that kind of funny. Hey, Retro, good job. Hey, Angel. Glad you can make it. SEC actionable, right? I just think it's so funny that they have so many places I can click on that to like try to get started, even up here in the corner. Get started. Okay. Oh, I can't. It's like, why? Why even put those up there? So, it's an exclusive community that requires an invitation to join. If you have received an invitation, please use the referral link provided to you. So I don't even think you can register really from this site like that. You have to get the referral link. You won't be able to just go to victorywithash.com to register and be allowed in any way unless someone sent you the link. So there you have it. That's what it looks like. That amazing picture of him. That's right. And you would think that this platform, since people are just inviting people, and they originally said they were going to invite about 100 people, and then they were going to tell them to each invite 10 people. So you go, oh, okay. In that case, how many people should be in it, right? However, I had some questions. I had some things that just kind of made me kind of go like, what the fuck? Oh, why did it do that? No.
I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
WTF.
It's not as hard when you mess it up. Anyway, I've been saying WTF a lot right now with this Victory with Ash platform starting out. And so the reason why I was saying WTF this week is they're climbing numbers. Their climbing numbers have been kind of weird. It's, something that I'm keeping an eye on again. You may remember when the OES started and they were still kind of like taking in recruits. It was like, oh my God, guys, we have 10,000 people. And then like a few hours later, they would be like, we now have 40,000 people. And there was a lot of climbing numbers. And this should not really be the same because of how exclusive this was supposed to be and all the pruning and whatnot. The application process, blah, 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 blah. So it's a little bit more sus to me in a way. On November 6, 2025, Victory with Ash kind of posted up this meme that everyone and their brother that was in this thing was sharing it around. Like a whole bunch of them shared this. And it says 34,000 members reached. Stable, scalable, and growing strong. Temporary pause for KYC alignment. We are already setting records and allegedly having some tech issues, right? Thank you, leaders. Hashtag Victory with Ash. But notice, November 6th, just not that long ago, 2025, 34,000 members. Woohoo! Not really sure how they got that many, but go them, even that seemed excessive based on how exclusive this was meant to be. Joe agrees. So they're now V founders instead of O founders. I guess so. On November 11, it jumped up, as you can see, to 70,000. Victory with Ash, 70,000 strong. We are rising. Unstoppable. This is history. And I was like, oh, well, I get there's been a few days in between, but it's like doubled. That's a little crazy, isn't it? Like, what is going on? 34,000 people answered the questionnaire correctly. And even if you said less people answered the questionnaire, but that everybody invited 10 people, I thought that they weren't doing referral links for those 10 people. So, like, how many people are going to be in this thing? You know? And I'm not good at math, but even I know when the math is so bad that it's making zero sense. Okay? Well, today, I am proud to let you all know that today on November 14th, right, they've reached 100,000 members, apparently. We are exploding. Oh my God, they're also exploding like John White. Crazy. We are exploding beyond all expectations. Historic comeback. We are unstoppable. Victory with Ash. And I was like, that's a lot. I'm sorry. I cannot believe that today that they would have 100,000 members. And I definitely can't believe that they would have that many, and that's not really that exclusive. You know, like I'm not really sure what we're doing, but I feel like these are inflated. I just, you know, like I said, it made me kind of go, WTF, what the F is going on over here? This is bizarre. This is weird. And I'm going to keeping an eye on it. And, you know, we'll probably revisit these numbers. But I feel like I feel like the same thing's happening again as, you know, when the OnPassive platform started. We haven't learned anything. This man's not trying to be more honest in any way, and neither is anyone else in this thing. Like, it's not good. You know, it's not looking great. So I'm keep a little eye on that. Those are my thoughts on their 100,000 members that they're all very much celebrating today. Have been all day, posting this like crazy. And like, woohoo, look at how many people are into this. And that's the issue with this, right? Is that it relights the fire. It tricks them into believing that, you know, 100,000 people are interested. So they're like, oh, see, there is a need for Ash Mufareh and Victory with Ash and whatever his big, bold, beautiful bullshit will be, you know? So it's just frustrating when I see it because I know what's happening with the members and I know why we're doing this. And you probably do too if you're watching this. So we're going to keep watching what's going on with these numbers because I have this time next week, it's going to be 2 million. like that's how we're headed, okay? And that, I can't with that. That will be really ridiculous. So yeah, the numbers, whoop, and that's what I'm thinking, putting that out there. Saying I've noticed it, I'm paying attention to it. So if you've also seen it and gone, that doesn't look right, don't worry. We agree. That it doesn't, does it? So that definitely made me go, WTF, the climbing in all of those numbers.
I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
WTF.
So, yeah. Keep an eye on that one. As you guys know, somebody else that I ought to keep an eye on is Bill Must.
The AI-powered ascent to...
Okay, we'll start that again. I hate the autoplay. I used to not do that. Now I don't know how to shut that off. If you know how to shut that off, tell me. It drives me nuts. This video is, of course, by Bill Must Productions and John White. So, oh no, where did it go? And John White, so it, of course, I guess he's okay. He's doing all right.
The AI...
And this video is called, let's try to get the name of it for you, The Amazing Rise of Victory with Ash. So, of course, I thought it would be a great idea for us to watch this after I just talked about, you know, the amazing rise within Victory with Ash with their climbing numbers. Maybe Bill will explain to us here what is going on.
Scaling the Wall, the AI-powered ascent to technological victory. The launch of a groundbreaking AI-driven platform is not a simple walk through an open field. It is the scaling of a sheer, formidable wall. This wall represents the summit of our ambition, a place like the Victory with Ash platform, where transformative technology meets human need. The ascent is monumental. demanding courage, resilience, and a clear-eyed understanding that the path upward is never a straight line.
So, like, again, what is Victory with Ash? Is it a business? Is it a learning platform? What is it?
The base of the wall is built from the foundation of our vision. We look up, charting a course for a future that does not yet exist. The initial climb is fueled by code, data, and algorithms, the pitons and ropes of our trade. But as we ascend, the air thins. The challenges become more complex. This is where the true nature of the climb reveals itself. Technical bugs are not failures. They are the ever-present friction of the wall itself.
Listen, guys, technical bugs are not failures, all right? So when there is tech issues, just remember, it's not us failing again, we promise.
A loose stone, a sudden crack, an unexpected overhang. Each bug is a lesson in the material we are working with. The AI model that behaves unpredictably with new data, the server that strains under unexpected load, the security flaw that appears like a fissure in the rock. These are not signs to retreat. They are critical signals.
Please don't leave when we have tech issues. Please don't leave. Don't retreat. We're doing okay.
Forcing us to find a new handhold, to test our weight differently, to engineer a smarter solution in real time. In this arduous climb, pausing temporarily does not mean stopping. It is the essential act of finding a ledge to regroup. It is catching our breath, reassessing the route above, and consulting the map. This strategic pause is a sign of wisdom, not
What strategic pause? What?
weakness. It is when we analyze the performance metrics, listen to user feedback, and recalibrate our algorithms.
Isn't it a little early to have to do all that? How do you listen to your user feedback when, like, literally we're just logging into the Victory Without platform, like, just now, you know? Which feedback? There aren't videos back there. It's just a message from Ash. It's just like, oh yes, really.
It is in these moments that we make the crucial adjustments, ensuring our next move is not just upward, but secure. The entire undertaking is a dynamic, living process. We are not building a staircase to be used once finished. We are climbing a face that changes as we climb it.
You're climbing a face. Why?
The AI learns, the market shifts, and user expectations evolve. Our ascent must be as adaptive and intelligent as the technology we are launching.
Well, I got bad news for you then.
Every fix deployed, every model retrained, every feature adjusted, is another few feet gained. Reaching the top of this wall is not the end.
Oh, I thought he was going to start a poem. I was excited for a moment.
The true victory is the transformed landscape we see from that new height, and the foundation it provides for the next, even greater ascent. The Victory with Ash platform is not a destination. It is a vantage point, earned through the relentless, intelligent, and adaptive climb of scaling the wall.
Oh, that's what it is? Okay, we finally figured it out. There you go. The Victory with Ash platform is not a destination. It is a vantage point, earned through the relentless, intelligent, and adaptive climb of scaling the wall. Well, yeah, no, that explains it all. That explains it all for sure. It had nothing to do with the numbers of the actual scaling, but anyway, want to move on to the next one, which is learn before you earn.
Access to global knowledge and experts.
Let's go.
Online. Learning breaks down geographical barriers, allowing you to learn from top instructors and professionals worldwide, often for free.
Wait, but you mean online learning in general, right? Not the Victory with Ash platform?
Platforms like Victory with Ash provide high-quality training and insights without charging a cent, giving you access to expert-level knowledge regardless of your location or budget.
You can't just say, I have expert knowledge. We need to know, are these accredited professors that are going to be teaching this platform? Is it just like Ash Mufareh giving us life advice? Because I can do without, like, you say that, but who is going to be teaching on this platform that gives you the right to market this as you giving people access to expert level knowledge? And knowledge of what? An expert in what? Business? MLMs? Marketing? All of the above? Like, what are we doing?
Flexibility and self-paced learning. You can learn anytime, anywhere. Whether you're working full-time, managing family responsibilities, or building a side hustle, online platforms let you move at your own pace, so growth never has to wait.
And yeah, that might be true, but as I said the other day, if you are going to put time and effort into doing some online learning, do it via a university, a college. You know, there's way better education you can get out here than joining something like Victory with Ash.
Rapid skill development for evolving job markets.
What jobs?
Industries are transforming fast due to AI, automation, and digital innovation. With free resources like Victory with Ash, you can quickly learn in-demand skills like personal development, financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and mindset mastery before you
Mindset mastery? Okay.
even invest in paid programs. Cost-effective, often free education.
Which makes you wonder how good is it really, saying Ash expert level knowledge. It will be a boring video of Ash reading a Grant Cardone book, right? Literally learn none of these skills.
Unlike traditional education, many
When? And like, imagine you've had this man streaming to you, Ash, in the past for 5 hours, a few times a week. But like now he has the audacity to be like, and now come into a platform where I'll teach you what I know. We could have been doing this the whole time, my dude. We wasted 7 years doing nothing, and we have nothing to show for it today, right? Like you said, nothing from the old companies coming into this new thing. Because they can't. Because of the SEC, but still, it's like, what a waste of time, and now we're wasting more time. And for nothing, because like you said, we're not going to learn a fucking thing again. We're just doing it all over again. But they're trying to make the waiting a little fancier this time, where a platform will be more involved, That's really all it is to me.
online platforms deliver world-class content at zero cost. Victory with Ash stands out as a completely free platform where you can learn before you earn, gaining the highest value training information without any financial risk. Builds a lifelong learning mindset. Success today isn't just about one degree, it's about continuous growth.
But see, that's part of the reason why I'm like, okay, but is Ash paying some of these experts to come and teach? Still having a hard time with this. A bunch of experts in marketing and running a business and all that other bullshit he listed off. They just like are offering their free services here now. Is the story again that it's because they think that Ash's big, bold, beautiful dream is just so wonderful that they want to support it for free? I don't believe that shit.
Free, accessible platforms encourage you to keep learning, adapting, and leveling up throughout your life and career. Personalized and practical learning. Many free platforms focus on real-world application. Victory with Ash, for example, offers actionable strategies in mindset, productivity, and success principles designed to create immediate impact in your life. Develops digital fluency and discipline. Just by engaging with online content, you build essential 21st century skills, navigating digital tools, managing your time, and staying self-motivated, traits every employer and entrepreneur values.
Lord.
Learn before you leap. Platforms like Victory with Ash embody the learn before you earn philosophy. Master foundational principles,
There it is.
avoid costly mistakes, and build confidence, all before spending money on advanced training or business ventures. In short, online learning, especially through generous, free platforms like Victory with Ash, democratizes success. It empowers anyone, anywhere, to gain the knowledge, mindset, and skills needed to thrive in today's world without ever paying a dollar. So if you're serious about success, start learning.
If you're serious about teaching, this would be more about the skills you're going to teach me and how that would help me, and less about how great your platform is. I'm just saying.
Today.
Like, it's ridiculous. They all do this.
Your future self will thank you. So get ready to be part of this success.
Lord. Are you ready? What success in learning on your own? On an online platform, as you pointed out? You at your own pace? Are you ready for that? I hope so. I hope so, because there's one more of these I want to go through with you. And it's all about building a plane while in flight.
Stage of a new technology. In the high-stakes world of technology ventures, there exists a critical, often unmarked threshold. The point of no return. This isn't a moment of catastrophic failure, but rather a pivotal commitment. A point where the investment of time, capital, and reputation becomes so significant that turning back is a more daunting prospect than charging forward into the unknown.
Whoa.
Reaching this point is inevitable for any ambitious startup. Surviving it is what separates the fleeting from the foundational. The inevitable onslaught. Bugs as growing pains. In the early stages of any new technology, the landscape is not one of polished perfection, but a chaotic and fertile ground of potential. The initial version of your product, the minimum viable product,
MVP.
is by design a rough draft. It is here that the venture enters a crucible defined by technical bugs and unforeseen challenges. These are not signs of incompetence, they are the natural symptoms of pushing boundaries. The works on my machine syndrome, a feature that performed flawlessly in a controlled development environment, crumbles under the unpredictable load of real users. Scalability nightmares. The architecture that supported 100 users gracefully buckles under the weight of 10,000, demanding a painful and rapid redesign. Security vulnerabilities. As the code base grows and attracts attention, unexpected security flaws emerge, turning every update into a potential liability.
We don't want that where we're doing like scalability, guys.
Integration chaos. Your brilliant new software struggles to communicate with the established systems your customers already use, creating a web of compatibility issues. This phase is fraught with late nights, frantic patches, and anxious support emails. It can feel like trying to build a plane while already in flight. For the team, it's a test of resilience, skill, and morale.
Did you hear it, guys? It can feel like trying to build a plane while already in flight. That's right. That's what it's called. What it's called. Building a plane while already in flight.
The synergy of struggle and growth. Crucial. This period of technical turmoil coincides with the venture's most fragile state in the market. You are simultaneously one, fighting internal fires, debugging, optimizing, and stabilizing the core technology. Two, fighting external battles, acquiring the first loyal customer, securing the next round of funding, and fending off competitors. The brilliance and the immense challenge lies in the synergy between these two battles.
It's so dramatic, isn't it?
A major technical failure can shatter hard-won customer trust. Conversely, a surge in user growth can expose critical weaknesses in your infrastructure, threatening to capsize the entire venture. It is a relentless...
Angel says, true story. The company that bought my company had a big meeting with us after the sale closed and told us we have no roadmap. This will be like building a plane while it's in flight. I hate it.
relentless feedback loop where product, market, and technology are in a constant, often violent dance. Crossing the threshold.
Oh no.
Why you can't go back. So, where
I don't know why I can't go back. But based on the music and how you're saying it, it sounds like it's really bad.
is this point of no return? It's not a single event, but a convergence of factors. Significant capital invested. When investor funds and your own life savings are deeply committed, the financial and psychological cost of abandonment becomes prohibitive.
Becomes what? Prohibitive? Yeah, no, that's... Congratulations, you just learned about sunk cost fallacy.
Public launch and customer dependence. You are no longer a stealth mode startup.
Stealth mode startup? When was anyone here ever that?
You have real customers relying on your product for their work or daily lives. Turning off the servers is no longer an option without significant reputational damage. A committed team. You have a talented team that has left stable jobs to bet on this vision. Turning back means letting
you won't pay, and then they'll have to sue you to get their paychecks.
Them down and disbanding the very unit capable of solving the problems. The market has noticed to pause or pivot drastically now is to steady ground to others who are pushing through their own challenges. Once this threshold is crossed, the mindset must shift from can we do this to how will we do this? The path forward is the only path left.
Why would you ever turn off the servers? I don't know. I mean, I was thinking the same thing. I feel like a disaster is about to come or something. We're preparing for a disaster coming. Based on this video, the vibes, how the music is going, I'm like, I don't know what's about to happen, but I'm on the edge of my seat. I feel like it's going to be big. I don't know why you would ever do that, right? This is like the opposite of a motivational video, but it has like the same sort of idea. But instead of it being motivational, it just like horrifies you. And you're just like, oh no, what happens next?
Forge of resilience, ultimately navigating this volatile early stage is what forges a truly resilient company. The bugs you squash become the robust features of tomorrow.
Yeah, the bugs you squash become the robust features of tomorrow. I'm like, oh my, why are we hurting the bugs now?
The scalability crisis teaches.
You guys, we really have to do something about the scalability crisis.
The architecture that will support millions. The desperate customer support calls build a culture of customer obsession that becomes your core advantage. The point of no return is not a tombstone for tech ventures. It is a baptism by fire. Those who embrace the chaos learn from every crash and persist through the uncertainty. Don't just fix bugs. They build the foundational technologies that define our future. The journey beyond the point of no return is where great companies are born. We have the visionaries. Mr. Ash Mufareh and his close mentors, the technology teams, the learning vehicle Victory with Ash platform, and most of all, loyal people who believe.
I'm very confused. You named off a bunch of people, and then you like randomly threw in the learning vehicle Victory with Ash platform. Like, did you mean the people that are logged into the Victory with Ash platform? But then who are all the loyal people who believe in this mission then? Just... you tried, I guess. This thing must have a lot of bugs because they can't stop talking about it. Right? Seem to be focusing on this a lot. A lot. For a company that's like all adamant, like, we promise we're not having any tech issues. Oh, by the way, our KYC might be shut down for a little bit. We'll let you know when it comes back.
Believe in this mission who are willing to roll in any direction we are taking to get us to our ultimate business.
Oh, here we go.
The big, bold, beautiful shared dream of Mr. Ash Mufareh's new company.
I have to say, guys, that last sentence went kind of hard. Are big, boom, boom. Beautiful, boom, boom. Like, whoa. That's craziness. Are you excited? Are you excited for it? Can't wait for it, I bet. I bet you guys can't wait for it. Do you know who else cannot wait for it? You know? You know who else? Susie! Susie can't wait for it. He's not legally allowed to own or run a company, though, right? For 8 years. Ready to explode! Yes! There we go, Baron. Baron knows what I want. Baron's so ready, they're ready to explode over this, because apparently that's what we're going to be using now. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet, but I'm not the one that chooses the analogies that we have to meme. That's all them. So, Susie McCrae did this, the whole, I don't know what else to call this. It was a display of her affection and loyalty for Mr. Ash Mufareh. Little conversation with us about, you know, being a good cult member, if you will. Where she did this amazing video called Susie is a Loyal Fan. And listen, Loyal Fan was in capitals. All right, so this wasn't just, she didn't name this video just like, hi, Susie, I'm a loyal fan. No. This video was named to be like, Susie is a loyal fan. Like, there's stress on the loyal fan part. You get what I'm saying? And I've watched the whole thing. It's not that long. And I have to say, it was quite interesting. Quite interesting. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, poor Susie. But she's really been pumping the videos out again. So let me know if next week you guys want to just spend a day on Susie. Because we could react to a few of her videos and maybe look into who she is again. Because if we have done that, it's been a very, very long time since we did that. At least a few years. So we want that. Like how many monkeys display their butts? That's right. We'll meet you at the commode where you will explode. I mean, at least that one rhymes. You know? I think we got it. Did she drop down on her knees? I don't know. I don't know about that. We didn't get that, thank God. But I don't want to see that if she does, okay? Tell her to do that over there. But it's just, I don't know. It's a very interesting video. And we need to have a little bit of a talk. Because here's the thing. I think it also brings up a very interesting topic. Maybe I should explain before we go in. In Susie's video, she starts off by bringing up being a sports fan. And she talks more specifically about how she is a New England Patriots fan, which, if you did or did not know that, my husband is also a very big Pats fan. Okay? And she kind of talked about the similarities between being a fan of sports and then being a fan of Ash Mufareh and this business venture. And maybe we do need to have a little talk about why those things aren't the same. If we're going to be doing that now at MLM Huns. Because I kind of went, I could see how maybe you, brainwashed into an MLM, might be convinced that that's similar. However, it's not really the same thing. So, you know, maybe the conversation wouldn't be the worst thing to have. So without further ado, I will give to you. Susie is a loyal fan.
Oh, hello, everyone. It's Susie McCrae. Today is Monday, October 20th. And once again, I had my thinking cup and my thinking cap on.
Maybe we should stop that, Susie. Maybe that's part of the problem. we're not thinking about the right things anyway, right? Because we're still in the cult. So how much are we thinking? How much? In prayer or something else? Every time I listen to Susie, Dingbat comes to my mind. Well, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't think I've been called a dingbat. I only got ding dong. I kind of like dingbat better. What the hell? They need to get their insults from you.
And I wanted to share something. Maybe you find some value in it. Maybe you agree with me. But I just wanted to share it. I was thinking over this weekend. I am a sports fan, and I know many of you are. I live in Massachusetts, so I am part of New England. I am a Boston Red Sox fan. I am a Boston Celtics fan. I am a Boston Bruins fan, and I am a New England Patriots fan. Whether you like that or not, I'm a fan. And I was thinking about things as if any of you follow the New England Patriots, you know, they struggled since Tom Brady left. Then they lost their coach. They've been through some trials and tribulations. And a lot of people jumped ship when they felt that the team wasn't good, that, they didn't support them. I never stopped being a fan. I never stopped supporting them. I never stopped cheering them on. It's
Tom Brady isn't going to write you a letter. All right. He, like you said, he's left. But it just made me laugh that she's like, but I never stopped supporting them.
Interesting. Some people go, why are you even going to watch?
I'm sure that they're like, you know what? We're doing something right. Here, us, the New York, oh Jesus, the New England Patriots. We're doing something right here. All right, because Susie McCray from Victory with Ash, she's always been loyal to us. That's all they needed to hear, I'm sure. Just say it.
The game, they're going to lose. Well, that's not how I think. Why would I watch the game if I knew they're going to lose? I'm watching the game with excitement and hope that they play well and they do well because I'm a fan and I feel part of that team. The same with the other local teams that I cheer on. I went to the University of Massachusetts in Amherst. The UMass football team
Yeah, hold on a second there, Susie. I need to shame Joe for allegedly being a very bad fan, according to you. Because Joe says, try being a Lions fan. You know they will blow it. See, Joe, you're just not loyal like Susie. Okay, you're not a true fan like Susie is. Like she just said, how dare you watch them and you say that they're going to blow it. You got to be more loyal. A happier fan.
now ranked one of the worst teams ever. I'm still a fan.
Oh.
They almost had it on Saturday.
Actually, this explains a lot, doesn't it?
I was unable to watch the whole game, but I did check, to see how they did. So why is this important? I know many of you feel the same way out there. When you join something, or you're a fan, or you're part of a team, how are you reacting to bumps in the road? How are you reacting to new things? How are you reacting if there's kind of a little bit of a downside? How are you reacting when there's an upside? Are you balanced? Are you in there? Are you committed? Are you loyal? Okay? I feel very, very loyal to all of the teams that in this area that I am a fan for. Doesn't matter if they're winning or losing. Susie McCray is their fan. And so I was thinking about that as I see New England Patriots are doing very well this year. Last year, in the last few years, they weren't doing well, but I was still there. I still had they had my back. I was a really good fan. So I started thinking about this over the weekend, and I feel the same way with our founder, Mr. Ash Mufareh. I became a fan, if you want to call it. People use other names.
Wow. No.
I caught on to the vision, to this man's character, this man's integrity, the way this man operates, and
Oh my.
I've got his back no matter what through the whole journey. And now comes the time where things are shifting.
All right, so let's just pause it there for a second. Because I just need to come in here and like intersect, right? Because Susie here is trying to compare joining an MLM scheme as the same thing as being like a fan of a sports team. Or maybe you don't like sports. Maybe you just have a favorite band. All right, let's consider it to be any kind of fandom. And I want to just take a moment to explain why that is not at all the same thing. So first, I need you to look at the structure. MLMs are built on recruitment. So your income when you're in an MLM depends on the more people you bring into that, right? The leaders, your uplines, and those above them, a lot of MLMs also have managers, the CEO, etc., right? They use pressure and control directly on you, right, as an MLM hun, to keep you compliant. In contrast, sports fandom is voluntary. You can cheer for your team or wear your favorite band shirts. I don't know. Walk away or switch sides without financial or social ruin. Second, let's talk about money. MLMs demand ongoing purchases and fees. Most of them, you can't even be a part of them unless you pay in some way, right? You have to buy a starter kit, so it's right from the beginning. Hey, Violet, good to see you. So there is money going on that's expected for you to pay, right? People in MLMs lose thousands, their life savings. This has happened. Sports fandom or other fandoms might cost you tickets or merch, but you can still be a fan without spending a dime, okay? There's still a way for you to usually watch games for free, listen to the music without spending much money on it, especially if you got stuff like Spotify, right? Like you can take part in that. Money isn't expected from you by the people that are running the fandom. Third, let's talk about your identity. MLMs push you to merge your entire life with the company. Right? You're supposed to cut off the naysayers. You're supposed to reject criticism. And you basically live the brand. You breathe, sleep, and eat all about the brand. Sports fandom can get intense, but it doesn't usually erase your autonomy or dictate your relationships. There are toxic fandoms. Yes, they can be very, very messy. But they are also out there. You see harassment, gatekeeping, bullying, even obsessive rivalries. But that's cultural pressure. It's voluntary. You can block, mute, or walk away. MLMs are different. They use coercive control. That means systematic manipulation, love bombing, isolation, financial entrapment, guilt and shame. Leaving isn't just quitting. It often means losing your social network, your income, and your sense of belonging. So toxic fandom is human behavior in a community. MLM coercion is an institutionalized system of exploitation. One is messy, the other is designed to trap you. Being a sports fan might get you teased or caught in rivalries, but it doesn't demand you recruit your friends, right? You can be a fan of any fandom, and they're not like, okay, but then you have to get 3 friends that get 3 friends. There's nothing really expected of you to be there, right? You don't have to buy products to prove loyalty. MLMs you do. And most people don't really cut off their family if they don't cheer for the same team. In fact, a lot of families I know that have family members that cheer for opposing teams, have fun with it. I'm a Habs fan when it comes to hockey. My husband is a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. That could be great fun for us. You know, we don't make it like a psycho thing. We don't do that, you know, and most people don't, you know. Even people that I've seen that are like crazy fans. Like, my husband is a crazy Toronto Maple Leafs nut. Okay? So just keep that in mind, I think. MLMs aren't fandoms. They're commercial cults built on coercive control. Fandoms are just kind of like more of like a hobby that, like I said, yeah, it could get too carried away, but it's not designed to be carried away. MLMs are designed to hurt you. Very, very different. More direct attack on you, you know, if you're a part of it. And I just don't like this comparison. I find it manipulative. Susie here is trying to minimize, of course, the harm that MLMs cause. And this MLM, although it doesn't bleed people of a lot of money, because a lot of people are like, well, $97 US is a lot of money, right? That's what they'd say. If I was like, you guys are stealing money from people. Do you remember it did add up to about $108 million? And also, it's not about that. This one has stolen people's time, people's hopes, people's dreams. They take things from you that you can't get back. You know? And that's why this one is so shitty. And now it's expecting them to hold on as they do it all over again, it feels like.
And we're shifting into a new part of the...
No, nobody likes the Ottawa Senators, Joe. Nobody in Canada likes the Ottawa Senators.
journey. We're leaving the old and the past behind. We're going on to a platform that's fresh, clean, new, for us to go in, to absorb, to marinate, to, you know, be involved in ways of doing things and learning new things. This has been a wonderful journey. I consider myself #1 fan. You know, I'm not on the fence. I've never been on the fence, ever, with my sporting teams or with this business. And I'm excited. I am really excited. And one other point I want to make, what I was really excited about, was it kind of dawned on me this weekend.
What?
The weight of the world is off my shoulders. Not that it was the whole weight of the world was on my shoulders, but knowing what we're going into and that we're going to be in this platform.
So you're not going to fix the situation because you are hoping for the future, religion, money, and whatever you get out of this to fix it for you. Awesome. Love that. MLM's keeping people stagnant since 1920. I don't know. Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Where we are going to learn with others, and there's no expectation for us to leave there.
But there is, though. There is an expectation. I feel like being in Victory with Ash the entire time, it's looming over your head that you're going to have to learn enough in order to then get accepted into the big, bold, beautiful future dream. Like I feel like, if anything, this is just extending the application process to now include a platform. That's what this is, right? The shiny object at the end of the tunnel here is whatever the alleged future business is. So I feel like that is putting expectations. Even if Ash isn't directly saying, okay, well, I need you guys to do 3 posts a day and buy 1 product off me a month and blah, 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 like some of the other MLMs might do. There is still kind of like this silent expectation looming, right? And the way that this has been set up, these people have been fucked with so much, especially recently, in terms of having to prove their loyalty and that they're worthy enough for this thing. You know, they're all going to be feeling that. They got accepted into Victory with Ash. I'm sure that they do have weight on their shoulders. So there are expectations here. I don't know why you would make it seem like there aren't, Susie.
And to go out and to try to rehash it with other people is wonderful. I mean, that would be an insult to the platform. Because Ash promised us it's going to be simple and easy, and we're going to learn things, and it's going to be fun, what we're doing. So I am so excited that we are going to be entering into this.
I'm so excited. The thought of Susie marinating in Ash, right? Right? It's like, please don't do that.
This new process. And I'm looking forward to it. And I want to read something.
Looking forward to it a little too much, if you ask me.
That I saw.
She's marinating over it.
Today. The guilt you feel for setting boundaries is a sign of how deeply you were trained to abandon yourself. Once again,
that quote actually might be true. That quote might be real talk, yeah. For sure. If you are a recovering people pleaser like me, you just felt that one in your soul maybe a little bit. But what does that have to do with here? Here, Susie, it doesn't apply to this, though. Especially this boundaries thing. Like, what?
Guilt you feel for setting boundaries is a sign of how deeply you were trained to abandon yourself.
Yes, there's a little truth to that, right? Like I said, people pleasers. You know, some people do feel really guilty. I used to feel very guilty about setting boundaries. That used to be something that I struggled with. I'm sure there's other people that might relate to that a little bit. It'd be difficult, especially if you grew up in an environment that did teach you to put other people first. You tend to do that. You know, sometimes to your detriment. And then when you do start to set boundaries, everybody gets mad at you because they're used to using you the whole time. They find out who your real friends are. But we're not really setting boundaries here right now, Susie. Maybe some of us are in our personal lives, but that's not what we're doing in Victory with Ash. So a weird quote, and even in terms of, like, you know, not taking care of yourself, you should always be taking care of yourself, yeah, but how is this going to go into Victory with Ash?
Of course, we all have to set boundaries. I know I'm learning better to set boundaries. Doesn't mean I'm not a helpful person. Doesn't mean I don't have a good heart or I'm charitable or I want to do everything I can help and support.
No, I'll actually say that she is right about that too. It's usually quite the opposite. I find most people that I've come across that have trouble setting boundaries, it's because they have a good heart and they're really, really generous and giving people. And they might also have a little bit of people pleaser syndrome. And then it's hard for them to say no. That's usually what it is with somebody that's like literally struggling with boundaries. That's usually the case. Not always, you know, there's other situations, of course. But, you know, she might not be wrong about the information about setting boundaries and what that might mean about you if you are struggling with that ever. You know, you might need to say, why am I not able to put myself first sometimes? You know? Why can't I say no? These might be good things to bring up and talk about, but I don't see what this has to do with joining Victory with Ash and then inviting 10 people. If anything, you shouldn't be setting boundaries. You're opening yourself up then or something. I don't know. Susie, seek help. I feel like we should be having the opposite conversation that we're having right now, Susie. And it's just really weird. It gets bizarre here, right?
Support things. But really, really think about it. This is a time for boundaries to be set. We enter into Victory with Ash.
Who am I setting boundaries with? Wait. What do you mean? What do you mean? As you're going into Victory with Ash, set boundaries. Does this mean like, are we going to lead into cutting off friends and family? Are we going to lead into setting boundaries with the people within Victory with Ash? So bizarre.
And the world is our oyster. I am pumped up.
Oh, okay.
And go Patriots. Woo, woo. They are on top right now in their division. And even if they weren't, Susie would still be cheering them on with hope in her heart. So
yeah, that's right, guys. You heard it here. None of you are real fucking sports fans. All right, this is Susie McRae. She is the most loyal fan in the entire world. So if you think that you are a good sports fan, no, never. Lord. Oh, she might have said it.
Well, hello, everyone. It's Susie McRae. Today is Monday, October 20th.
October 20th, Jelly. Jelly asked when this was posted. Yeah, we're behind on her videos. I didn't realize that there was a bunch that we hadn't seen that just were there. I wanted to know, but she's talking about boundaries. Kind of like, okay. Set boundaries, join Victory with Ash. Woohoo, I'm excited. Let's go. By the way, I am the world's best sports fan. That's what this video was. I'm like, none of this has to do with the other. I don't know what. But I guess she made it flow. You know, but Susie is a loyal fan. Not like the rest of you bitches. Okay? None of you could be a fan like Susie. And she's going to end up being the best fan in Victory with Ash. That's right. You know who else is a really good fan in Victory with Ash? Tanya and Chris Johnson. So we're going to take a really quick commercial break. Because if I don't do it now, it will make no sense for me to do one. And if I don't do it, people ask me where it is. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when I return, we are going to be reacting to Chris Johnson and Tanya. I know Chris hasn't posted in 5 days, but do remember, I haven't reacted. I have not reacted to Chris since the last video he did before that, because I needed a break from him like the other week, and there was a video with Susie and Julie that we had reacted to, so I was like, that's enough Chris Johnson for all of us for 2 weeks. You're welcome. No, I'm joking. I'm just like, I don't want to watch Chris Johnson, you know. But we're going to have to grit our teeth and get through it, because we are still kind of keeping up with what he's doing. And unfortunately, he posted a video by himself this time, so it's just him. And I need you guys to help me get through it. So commercial break, and then we'll do the thing. Let's go! This stream is brought to you by...
Do you have a berserker demon? You may think that's a strange question, but I've dealt with berserker demons. What's a berserker? The word describes ancient Nordic warriors who fought with uncontrollable rage. This is where we get the expression, he was so angry, he went berserk. In the days of Vikings, berserkers would enter a trance before battle to get supernatural strength. They fought with a frenzy. Sound like someone you know? As we say, they lose it. Explosive anger can come from frustration, feeling disrespected, trauma, mental and hormonal issues, and drugs, but uncontrollable rage can be demonic. As an exorcist, I've dealt with berserker demons. If you've got one, you'll need more than anger management therapy. You may need an exorcism of a berserker demon of anger. That's inhuman. I'm here to help at boblarson.org.
Whoa, looks like you got a bit of a tangle in your dangle. Did you know that more than 8 out of 10 hose owners die each year? Not anymore. Hey, turn me on and watch my hose get huge. My mom always told me I was a grower, not a shower, and boy was she right. And if you squeeze me in the right spot, all my raging fluids will come flying out of me, and instantly I'll retract to my small, natural, convenient size. Amazing! Oh, yep. Shout outs to all my flowers and growers out there. And just like a real snake, it can contract and expand like an accordion. You know, we really wanted to name it the Snake Hose, but that's the title of a gay porno. I mean, I've never seen it, but lizard's close enough. This is my next door neighbor, Sharon. She didn't know I was filming her. She also didn't know I had my hose in my hand, too. If your hose weighs more than 15 pounds, I feel sorry for you. You see, women prefer light, dainty, petite hoses. You don't want to be walking around with a big honking nanner. Oh, Sharon. Whoa, watch the whoa, don't get it caught on the thing. Whoa. Hey, buddy, watch where you're going. You don't want to end up like that guy, still using a standard hose, not going anywhere, and he's fucking bald. Fuck! Look at my hose, people. Oh, yeah, it's growing fast, and it's not kinking up anytime soon. Now, I don't know who lives here, but it's time to wake up. Behold, the full length and girth of my hose and its full potential. Hey, can't you see I'm filming a commercial here, you fucking asshole? Wah! Take that, fuckboy! No one fucks with my hose! The lizard hose is about 30 bucks. You get 25 feet. That's like, just a little bit more than $1 per foot. Nah, fuck it, we'll give you 2. That's 50 feet. Get fucked. Come on, touch it.
Are you tired of getting screwed over by false promises, bad leadership, and tiny results? Introducing Tiny Dinger Condoms. Trademarked, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand. The only protection you need when dealing with inflated egos and underwhelming performance. Whether it's a shady MLM pitch, a fake AI company, or a man who tells you he's the lord of the internet. Don't get played, get protected. Tiny Dinger Condoms are OnPassive resistant, 100% scam proof. Coated in reality and skepticism for extra protection against cult-like charisma. And hey, if you're gonna get screwed by Ash Mufareh's vision, at least make sure you're wearing something that actually works. Tiny Dinger Condoms. Trademarked, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand. For when the product is imaginary, but the disappointment is real. Now available in Founder Frenzy flavor. Tastes like regret and missed refunds. Located at your local CVS pharmacy, Rexall, Shopper Drug Mart, Walmart, and in your favorite streamer's nightstand. Is your leader's birthday coming up? Don't just send a card. Send your soul. Introducing Happy Cult Day, the ultimate birthday experience for narcissistic gurus. Because nothing says divine enlightenment like 8 hours of forced gratitude on Zoom. With Happy Cult Day, you'll get a pre-written poem about how your leader changed your life. Access to a 9-hour tribute webinar you're required to attend. A royalty-free song you'll awkwardly sing with 300 other blinking followers. And a limited edition e-card with their face on a beam of light. Because they're just like Jesus, but better. Add on the birthday worship upgrade to include a tribute video of members crying, children chanting their name, and a slideshow of their humble beginnings. Why celebrate you when you can celebrate him? Again, Happy Cult Day, because in a real cult, it's their birthday every day. Side effects may include financial ruin, loss of autonomy, spontaneous chanting, seal clapping, and sudden belief that Ash Mufareh invented the internet. Are you getting upset with people's freedom of speech and consumer protection laws that allow the public to speak out about your scam? Are you giving YouTube creators false strikes in order to continue preying on vulnerable people? Is it getting hard to hold it in? Hold in all the bullshit? Well, introducing Tiny Digger Diapers, the adult diaper designed for the man baby deep down inside who's always on the way to the top where his ears will pop. With our FlexiFit technology, Tiny Digger Diapers moves with you whenever you sit on your chair, sit in your RV, sit on a boat, or sit in your home office paid for by the people you scam. The Secure Lock Core offers unmatched absorption for when you're full of shit, which is most likely all the time. These diapers keep you dry and comfortable so you can attend all 500 hours of webinars this week and not miss your chance to sign up a homeless man to your scam. Maybe he also needs the diapers, huh? Brought to you by the same people who brought to you Tiny Digger condoms and Fantasia foot spray. Buy Tiny Digger diapers today. Located at Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, Walmart, Target, your local CVS pharmacy, and in your favorite con artist nightstand. No matter where your day takes you from webinar to webinar, you will always be dry and you won't have to cry. Thank you for listening to a message from today's sponsors. Now, back to the live stream. Woo, yeah, thank you. So, before we get into Chris Johnson, yes, yeah. Rest in peace to Marty. He shows up in the commercials. I'm updating the commercials slowly but surely. And hopefully that will be fixed. That'll be fixed. I will take him out now, and we will make it an updated version. I'm glad you guys like the commercials. But before we get into Chris Johnson, I think that we need to talk about Tanya because, of course she had some more to say, and she had a very, very important message for the people in her Facebook group, of course, that I think everyone needs to hear. Woo! So yeah, Tanya, so you can see the admin, as always, in her lovely group. We need Fantasia foot spray. We do. She decided to make a post, and it's very important, as I said. So listen up, even if you're in OnPassive, or Victory with Ash, I should say. You're in Victory with Ash, you don't want to miss this, And I think she's talking mainly about the group. She says,
Folks, do we need to remove half of the members of this group to make you understand that you are violating the code of conduct and also the main rule of this group?
the main rule of the group.
No personal links of any kind.
So, all week long, people were posting up links in all of the Facebook groups, actually, and they were saying things like, you want a link to Victory with Ash? Say you want a link and I'll send you one. Trying to find their 10 people within 100 days.
And sharing the link for VWA,
Victory with Ash,
publicly, you are shooting in your foot.
Interesting. Way to quote. How you put that?
Because you will probably be removed from the platform.
Probably, she says.
This rule is for everyone, even for the first group, especially for them.
So, the main top people that were privately invited, that, they got invited because they were approved with their applications.
And so be it.
That's right, and so be it, she says. So, you gotta be careful. if you're in Tanya's Victory with Ash Facebook group, all right, don't post your links up. Don't suggest that people message you for a link. You know, maybe just message people that you want to send a link to privately out of the group, and then just send them the link and hope they click on it, I guess, if you're going to do that. So, you don't want to get kicked out, according to Tanya here. And that is it for this week's Tanya's Posts. Woo! Always fun. Always fun. She will terminate you. That's right. You don't want to be terminated by her. That would be awful. And she does run all of the groups, it seems, but it seems like they mainly posted that one now as like the main group, if you will. Right, but you definitely don't want to be terminated.
We will terminate you without a notice. You're gone. No joke. We will terminate you without a notice.
That's right. No joke, you're gone. You don't want her to terminate you. Because it's just, she might go tell Ash, hey, I had to terminate this person. You need to kick them out. As she said, you'll probably get kicked out. So, I believe that Tanya would actually terminate you, like permanently. Oh my, oh my. Jelly says, I clicked on some links and it said some people's circles were full. I believe it, and I hope that the circles were just like the 10 people that they were supposed to invite. But I do believe it. I believe that people that got invited were most likely able to find 10 people out of the sea of people that were once in OnPassive. What I'm confused about is how they have 100,000 people allegedly in it as of today. That seems like an inflated number. But the fact that if you clicked on a few links and those ones were all full, that's not weird to me. That people that would be quite active in the group that Tanya runs, right, would have links and that they would probably find 10 people. That's the thing, is that there are a lot of like Indian O founders that will be clicking on links. So that doesn't surprise me. I just doubt there's 100,000 of them. I'm just saying. Bury you in her backyard. Oh my. Oh my. Tanya's lore just gets worse by the day. But she's always so like smitty with everyone. But it's like, I've never seen her do a post that comes off as like, hey guys, I just want to let you know, like, this is something you should probably think about not doing. In like a nice professional way. To me, all of her posts read how I read them, which is bitchy and demanding and like a child throwing a tantrum or something. So yeah, Chris Johnson is not streaming that often. Because if you guys remember, Ash did say that he didn't want people to stream every single day about this and hype it up like they have the past business on OnPassive, of course. And I think he's trying to like contain it in some way into their little echo chamber, their Victory with Ash platform. So Chris hadn't streamed, and we reacted to his last one with Susie and Julie. But 6 days ago, he did upload an awesome video, Chris Johnson Pros and Cons, which made me laugh because at first when I read that, I was like, when I first read it, I was like, all right, Chris Johnson Pros and Cons? That sounds like you're listing off pros and cons about you. Not like your pros and cons about the Victory with Ash platform. Like Chris Johnson, pros and cons, sounds like you're about to list off the pros and cons of being Chris Johnson, just the way it's put. Victory with Ash, Ash Mufareh, Chris Johnson, pros and cons. Well, let's hear what he has to say. I should probably up the volume on this because I'm hard of hearing.
Hey. Sorry.
You forgot one.
Screen. Hold on. Stay there. I'll be back.
Listen, I'm angry because you actually did not say, hey. That's not what you said. You said, hey. That's not what you say. I am going to need you to redo that when you come back, please. Con, the fog machine in Chris's house, apparently, right? Like, what is going on here? What is this? I don't like how he was rubbing on us, though. I don't consent.
Don't move.
I want to run away. Why? Can this man not, like, start a stream when he's ready? When he's ready to come press us?
Let me do this. Give it a little cleanness. I'm a dust.
Okay, listen. If he's not taking a sip out of a drink, then he's pulling this shit and taking off out of his chair for a minute. We're staring at the wall. What is it? How come you can't get ready to stream before you press the go live button? So that when you hit the go live button, you're sitting there and you can just start talking. It's so much easier. I don't know if you think that like doing things like this adds character to your streamers or something, or makes you different, or I don't know what you keep doing these things for at the start. It's very weird. Don't stop. It's like, it doesn't give, I'm so silly, I'm always taking a sip of my drink or doing something else and never ready to just get it started. It gives like, I'm unprepared. I don't care enough to prepare for this. And I don't care enough about, I'm going to waste a few seconds of your time watching me take a sip out of my drink. Comes off narky.
Guy, I'm dirty, leaves, everything. What's happening, everybody? I hope you're all excited. First of all, let me say this. Congratulations to the number we just hit of 100,000 people that have registered. That, believe it or not, that falls right on the topic I'm talking about. I know I'm not coming on here to answer the millions of questions or things I've been asked for the last couple of days. I just want to.
So wait, this is from the start of this week. So the people that I was following that were posting that, were they a little bit behind? Because he's saying that they were at 100,000 back then. And I'm like, that's not what people were posting. So do we have two different narratives going on here? Where there's one group that seems to think that they just hit 100,000 in the last 24 hours. But then for some reason, Chris in another group is like celebrating 100,000 like 5-6 days ago. Because this was at the start of the week.
Give you my opinion. So if you don't want to hear my opinion, you can all leave. That's okay. I'm going to give it to you anyway.
Confusing.
And I titled my live today pros and cons, and we're going to get into that. So let's get into it. Number one, hi, everybody. Hey, Willow, good to see you on here, Willow, and everyone else. I'll say hi at the end. I want to try to keep this short because it is Saturday night, and a lot of you probably have plans unlike this kid, but it's okay.
See, like, it's Saturday night. So I'm like, yeah. It's like going on a week ago, right? 6 days ago. So I'm like, so you've been at 100,000 Saturday. Lord.
I'm making sacrifices. Let's put it that way. All right. So I get a lot of, crazy questions, and
right.
My brain doesn't really start thinking clearly of what I want until I'm either riding my bike or doing something I really like to do. And then everything just flows into my brain. And I was riding my bike today, and I was, when I drive, 5 miles one way, 5 miles the other way where I live, there's got to be over 500 businesses. All right. And I ride by them each day.
Real ones.
And I'm thinking, man, and a lot of people say, Chris, like, when you get into Victory with Ash someday and you learn all about it, What's what are you going to go for? Just people? And I want to give you my opinion. Okay. I am going to basically go for businesses. And let me tell you why. What's the reason people get into business? They think they
go for businesses. What does that mean? Like ask businesses to join Victory with Ash? They would laugh at you. Seriously though, what the
think they're going to get time freedom. They don't have to listen to anybody. They can run the show. But the truth is, a lot of them went and got educated on how to run a business or a company, and it cost them thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to get educated because no one just.
No, he says, can you imagine Chris waddling into an establishment and start spewing Victory with Ash nonsense, right? I mean, the sad thing is I actually can't imagine it. I just feel like their reactions would be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Would he do it? Probably. And it would be quite hilarious. I hope he records it when he does it. What are the odds that Chris hooked up with Sherry when she was at his house? Quite high, apparently. Sales motivation speeches from Ash, right? And here's the thing. Chris is now going to go on and talk about Victory with Ash as if it is Academy, which was going to replace schools. You notice he just mentioned that people pay thousands of dollars for an education. He's suggesting that whatever education you can get in this platform could replace like a college or uni education and get you a career. And that you'll be saving that money by doing it for free on this platform. Like, it's just insanity. All right, the recovering Hunbot's going to snap when she comes back. She's going to be like, what the fuck happened? Now it's just all this? What? Like, seriously, that's ridiculous. Like, you can't just do that. As we've pointed out. But the recovering Hunbot, she works by like doing like training manuals and stuff and working in education sector, know what it takes to make things legit there. Okay? This platform doesn't have the ability to ever become something that would even be compared to a college or a university educating platform. Even an educational platform is iffy, okay? That's my point. We are so far from that. And it's kind of angering if that's what they've honed in on. Out of all of the things, like that's the big gig right now. I was expecting them to try to bring back something like O-Connect again, because they kind of already had made that one, right? So it just made sense that you could probably make a new one a lot quicker than like building something else from scratch. So I don't know if this is just like them building on that platform or what's going on here, but that's what we're doing, I guess. We're building an educational platform that will save you thousands of dollars on your education. Good news, everybody. Good news. Has Chris ever acknowledged Marty's death because they seem to have been best friends? Read anyone? They both mentioned that it had happened, and that was about it. They did not reach out to the family. By the way, if anyone's wondering, that did not happen, which is something that I expected to happen, but it did not happen. I have never heard of anyone wanting to start a business to gain time freedom. That just doesn't happen. No, that's why you tell people that they want to join your MLM company. Right? Like, that's the only time you hear that phrase over and over again. Gain time freedom here in your MLM. That's the only place that really uses that. Then they steal your time. That's the irony of it, right? Wonder if they still do trivia. Huh. Yeah, I haven't really thought about that in a little while. Good question. I wonder if they do too. I don't know if they'd have the same ability like, to communicate. Unless they're all, I think they're all in a Telegram group together, aren't they? So I feel like maybe. I don't know. We don't hear about it anymore, so there's that. I feel like Marty also played a big role in that. So it wouldn't surprise me if that stopped when Marty left either, right? Oh, Connect 2.0 would have been kind of cool. I expected that because when you're thinking about them rebuilding, because they lost all their data when their site went down, they were still managed, though, to, according to them, retrieve some of it. And that's how they got the OES platform back up so we could log in and read all those O-News messages we've been reading. Right? I was like, okay, so if you were going to build, why not build off something that you allegedly already retrieved part of? But that would make sense. And we don't do things that make sense here. Right? Like, we don't do the thing that would make the most sense in terms of hurrying up the launch of this thing, whatever it's going to be. This Victory with Ash platform, whatever it is, why would we take the route that would, like, progress us in a normal way? That's not what we're ever going to do here with anything Ash Mufareh does. Expecting that at this point is almost silly of me. I'm at fault here. I'm the one to blame. We should not be doing that at this point. We should just know. You know, think of the easiest route he could have taken that would have been the best for them in the long run. And why that's not the route he took. He did the opposite one. That's how we should be thinking like him, right? Somebody has to pay for the Zoom. See, that's, I feel like that would have kind of messed him over. Right? Marty had a lot to do with the communication between everyone. Whether it was because he was the one that had the Zoom account, whether it was because he was running one of the main groups that kind of had everyone in it, whether it was he tended to be one of the people, along with allegedly one or two of the women, to set up the trivia and like kind of make sure that happened. So it's like, yeah, without him, they lost a lot. They lost a lot. You know, I wasn't expecting Marty to get pruned, as I said. I thought that when they kind of pruned Muhammad Kamal, and that was the. This always happens in a cult where they'll kind of kick out somebody that's high up in power. It's supposed to give everyone else a message, like, see, if I can kick him out, you all better behave, right? It's often done. It is a tactic. And I don't know if there's something about the way these things are formed that kind of makes these things happen in the patterns that they happen. You know what I mean? It always seems to play out the same way, though. And so I was like, oh, yeah, no, that would have been Muhammad Kamal and Dr. Susan, and Muhammad Nizal also left. So I was like, he should be good then. Like, there we go. And it actually happened in a way that didn't shake things up in the group. And maybe that's why Marty happened as well. Is because it didn't really get the reaction that he needed, which removing Marty did get, because then you have to do the divide and conquer afterwards, and there was no real divide and conquer after Muhammad Kamal and them, the own media people sort of left, right? I don't know. Dubai isn't that, we don't hear from them as much. Right? They don't fight back as much. So maybe that's why it happened. He needed to create this so that he can do what he's doing now.
Says, hey, I'm going to start a restaurant. Of course, they study about it. They learn about it. Maybe their background was from it. Free Victory with Ash, just to let you know. We'll get back to that. And then I'm thinking, I seen a kid delivering, dropping out packages, and I thought about Uber. So I did a little research on Uber, and what I found out, which is pretty amazing. Do you even know how Uber was started? Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but I'm surely going to tell you. It was started because a guy couldn't get a cab. That's how actually it was started. In 2009, that's how it happened. He couldn't get a cab.
I love how, I don't know why he does it, but I love how here Chris acts like that's a crazy concept. Like, think about it. The guy that started Uber couldn't get a cab. Yeah, makes sense, actually. That's very clever of them to have taken a situation like that and created a whole business off of it. Good for them, honestly. In some way, right? I'm not a big fan of the Uber because I've heard that it's also grimy in how it pays out to people and whatnot. That's out of my realm. I concentrate more on the culty MLM things. But that makes sense. And the way that Chris is telling us is like, that wouldn't make sense. Like, he's like, guys, did you know that? Like, isn't that crazy? That the guy couldn't get an Uber, so he created their competitor company? Like, no, actually, that's a tale as old as time. That's why a lot of businesses used to get started back in the day, you see? There would be beef between people. The shop owner and somebody, they'd be like, oh, yeah? We're going to open a shop right across the street now that's going to sell somewhere to what you're selling. It's because now I think you're an asshole. But at the same time, not that crazy. Not that crazy. OnPassive was started because Ash couldn't get a back office. Pretty much. Cool hat, right?
And he thought about this. And it turned into, let me get my stats here. Hold on. It turned into a idea that went to like an $80 billion venue. It's the largest ride-sharing company worldwide with over 180 million monthly active users and 6 million active drivers and carriers around the world, globally. So that was from 2009. And then Ash just pops up this 100,000 people have already came into this. I think October 30th, Julie and Susie told me we started. And what's today? I don't know, the 6th or 7th. This is a few days, folks. A few days. Wow. Okay. 100,000 people, and it's still going. Everything is like working beautiful. All right. And why I'm telling you this is because this is how I think. Remember, this is how I think. You can think on your own, but I think I'm trying to help you out a little bit.
No, we're good.
Every business owner that I drive by every day, I'm thinking.
I have a feeling I think better than you. That's just me, though.
In my head, I see help wanted signs, or I see less cars in their parking lot, and in my mind, I'm thinking, maybe they're not doing so good.
Yeah, I mean, when everyone joins Victory with Ash, and they're all selling Victory with Ash to each other, and all learning off Ash for him to take them to the big, bold, beautiful dream, and then everyone joins the big, bold, beautiful dream, we'll solve that problem. No one will ever have to work again, because we're all going to be millionaires, and he's going to save humanity, right, Chris? Lord, think ahead, Chris. Jeez.
So, Chris, why wouldn't you go talk to this individual that runs this company or this business? A lot of mom and pop shops, little factories. Why wouldn't I go in there and talk about Victory from Ash? See, to me, how I think, any business owner that's pretty smart, halfway smart, I don't know, is going to want to know.
What does that even mean? Who is smart or halfway smart? Sir, you're not halfway smart. What does that mean, Chris? I don't even know what that means. Anyone that's smart or halfway smart. You're halfway there. You're halfway to smart. You're not quite intelligent, but you're halfway to smart, I guess. Chris, provide an example of how victory with Ash will help anybody, really, right? Anyone other than Ash. Feeds into his ego. He gets to be somebody that's worshipped and seen as the guru that he hopes to be seen as. I feel like this whole thing has just been because he just really wants to be a guru. Right? He wants a following that praises him. That's all it is. But how does it help the rest of the people and save humanity? Jesus Christ. Victory from Ash? Does that mean he left the scam? It can. We can make it a thing.
When I explain, you're going to be able to learn how to run a business, maybe marketing. I don't know what's in there, but I look at it.
He is such a dick. More so than he was before. It's kind of sad, I was thinking about it earlier, and you may remember years ago, maybe you weren't here, maybe you haven't seen it, but years ago when the Recovering Hunbot and I were first streaming these streams, and we first came across Chris, she made the comment that she would probably go out for a beer or coffee with him at some point. Because he didn't seem like the world's worst dude. He seemed kind of ignorant about what MLMs even were and what was really going on with Ash. Seemed like he'd be easy to manipulate, so it was like, maybe he's a little bit of a victim here. Who knows? And he didn't seem as insufferable as he seems to be today. Like, over the years, slowly, and I'm sure she's with me on this, slowly we've lost that train of thought about Chris. As he's kind of gotten deeper and deeper and higher up in this thing, he's changing. His ego is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and he just seems to be becoming, I don't know, more and more insufferable. Right? He has a different attitude now. He acts like a know-it-all almost. When we first met Chris, he was kind of just the hype guy that was ignorant and didn't know anything. And he used to say that. I don't know what's going on. He still kind of does throw that in sometimes. But that's because that's what he used to say. He really was just the hype guy. That just seemed ignorant of, MLMs and coercive control, which if we have to be fair, say that, yeah, if you are ignorant of these things, then you may fall prey to one of these. Those are the people we're trying to save from them, right? You know what I'm saying? So we were really trying to give Chris the benefit of the doubt at the beginning, like we kind of do with everyone when we first come across them, because we don't know how deep are you in this. I don't know yet. We just met. And at the start, of course, it wasn't as bad and as culty as it is now. Several years later, this started in 2018. So, I don't know. It's weird. It's like we've been watching how these things change you. Chris is a really great example of that. Because I'm sure if you went and watched old Chris from 5 years ago, you would find he isn't the same person as Chris today. I don't know, maybe we need to do a comparison side by side one day. Just to show how everyone's changed. That might be a fun stream, eh? Compare people to their old self and see how they've kind of changed. Everyone's changed a little bit, and as they get higher in this thing, yeah, the egos come out more. Look at Tanya. Jesus Christ. Ash really created a ripple effect that caused Chris to embarrass himself every day. Yeah, of course, he wants a bigger one. He used to be nice. Yeah. Talking to a business owner in Michigan about victory with Ash will not end well. I can almost guarantee that. I don't feel like you should walk in anywhere. That's not even how you would do that. Okay, if you actually were serious about working with a business, you would make an appointment with the appropriate contact at that business to talk about such things. And if this was a legit business that you were trying to tell them about, or a legit platform you were trying to tell them about, however you want to put that, right? Whatever Victory with Ash is, you would probably know how to find the information about who to contact and have a meeting with. So if you don't, you're probably not experienced enough yourself to go doing that. If you think people just walk off the street and go, hey, you want to partner with me on something? And then the company's like, yeah, sure, I'll just bring you into my CEO's office right now. That is not how that works, Chris. Like, that's not even how you do these things. It's like you're not even trying to do it right. Like, you really do just seem like a crazy person coming in off the street and then ranting at them about something. And they're going to be like, who's Ash? Like, you know?
This way is every business owner that I'm going to talk to, I'm going to direct him to Victory with Ash, period. Because I believe they're going to say, you know what? The first thing they're going to say is, how much is this going to cost me? You know, we all say that. How much is this going to cost me?
Well, no, because it's Victory with Ash, period, com. I mean, we usually say .com, but I guess that's close enough.
Well, sir or ma'am, it's absolutely free. You can get in there. You can learn. I believe it'll improve your business. I believe it'll.
Have you ever told a CEO of a company that he should learn? You know, Chris, you go do that. You start walking into businesses there. And you tell them that they need to join Victory with Ash because they need to learn. And it's for free. So, you know, it's obviously great information. You do that, little buddy. You go. At this point, why the fuck not? Jeez.
Improve your lifestyle. And this is one of the questions I get asked a lot. You know, Chris, what are you going to do? Well, I'm giving you a little hint because you know what? I'm not selfish by any means whatsoever. There are millions and millions of businesses throughout the world. Whether they're big or they're small, they're out there. And why wouldn't me, if I was a big business owner, even small, I would say, you know what? I can learn something new and it doesn't cost me a dime. Not going to hurt me. Hey, and maybe it might even make my business off even better and then explain about the other business. All kind of crazy things I think about. But this is how you take back to the Uber. This guy went from 2009 from just an idea. Cabby, you cab, nothing. And he thought of this like instantly. So what did he do? He designed Uber. Now hear me out. This guy was a genius, okay? He thought of a business that was in need because he couldn't find a cab. And then he said, how can I do this without, you know, a big startup and all that? And this is how I'm thinking he's thinking. This is me.
Did everyone clap?
I could get people to use
right. Lord. He sounds drunk. I really hope not, but he doesn't sound great, does he? What do you tell them that VWA will do? Well, it'll learn them. Which I'm sure that everyone loves to hear that. Everyone loves it when some random walks into their place of business that they own and are running. Apparently good enough that they have a place of business running, right? Probably actually are selling products, something that Ash doesn't know much about and hasn't done in years. And then tells them that they're going to teach them. Yeah, no, that'll go over well anywhere. Really. I highly recommend doing that. Yeah. No, I don't. I'm being absolutely sarcastic. Facetious, if you will. But like Chris, please don't do this. Wait, like please don't do this. This is such a bad idea, and this will get you to an awful start with every single business. See, this is the part of the problem with MLMs. You don't actually know how to run a business. I'm sorry. You don't know how to run a business. You're not running a business. You haven't even run an MLM business, Chris. You say you've never been in an MLM before OnPassive, and these ones haven't taken off. Victory with Ash apparently isn't one, so you haven't been in any businesses where you could walk into a business and get the respect of somebody. You know, it's not like you're some businessman that's no in there, and then you're gonna walk in and be like, "Hey, have you seen me on my billboards?" And like you're just Joe Schmo off the fucking street walking in. Like they're gonna be, who the fuck is this guy? This guy out of here. Does he think he is? Hey, what do you think I need to learn? I don't even fucking know you, bud. Like, what do you know about running a business? What's your business? Oh, Victory with Ash? What the hell is that? This platform? Yeah, who's the guy? Ash Mufareh? All right. Give me a second. Let me Google him. What's this about him getting sued by the SEC? That you want this guy to teach me about business? I've never been sued and shut down by the SEC. I've been running my business here for 20 years. You just walk off the street, get out of my office. Don't ever come back. That's literally what will happen, Chris. I just saved you all the time in the world and making a complete ass of yourself. You know, you wanted to know how that would go. That's what's going to happen. And then you will never be able to maybe even visit some of these businesses ever again. You know, sometimes if you get kicked out of a place for doing something disrespectful like that, they'll send you a trespass notice, I'm sure. They don't want to see you again. They're allowed to if it's a privately run business in most places. There's 15 separate items in my vegetable garden with a higher IQ than Chris. I can see Chris buying a billboard ad. I mean, he should do that first. That might help. With Ash doing a thumbs up, yes, and then him on the other side also doing a thumbs up, trying to like look like Ash, probably in that cowboy hat. Why not?
Own vehicles, which I don't have to pay for. I don't have to pay for their insurance. I don't have to pay for their maintenance, their tires, because I say pros and cons. The pros of it, yes, there's people on here right now I know that do Uber. It came along and it went from big numbers to one person to $6 million people doing it a year. Okay. And then I weighed out the pros and cons again. Okay, they're making money. And I thought about, well, yeah, you got to think about there is an expense, gas, wear and tear on your car. And it puts the responsibility all on you.
It is all on you.
And this is how I think is like,
if you're in an MLM, then technically you're supposed to be an independent contractor. Now, in certain places, based on their laws, I'm finding out you actually aren't an independent contractor based on how that's defined. But you are an independent contractor according to MLMs. So you are the one that has to pay out of pocket for all of your expenses. So yeah, you are doing all of that. Trust me, no real business is going to be coming into this, Chris.
All right, I know people, this has helped, and this one idea helped a lot of people. No doubt about it. You got Uber Eats. I mean, everywhere I go now, they have a delivery system. Why?
But you're not doing an Uber Eats. See, like, you're doing this thing again where, like, this one guy opened this company with this real decent idea. Because, I mean, there weren't, other than the bus and getting a ride, driving yourself, you know, cabs didn't really have any competition other than between, like, each other's companies. There wasn't another way. So they kind of created a new way to cab, if you will. Okay, that's actually, at the time, too, that was a good idea. See, and timing matters here. Like I keep pointing out, you're very behind on the technology, and timing matters a lot with things like this. But that took off, yes, and it went from one guy to that many people. I don't remember what you said right now. Sorry, getting a little tired here. But that doesn't then mean that Ash and whatever idea he has for a business in future, you still don't know, is going to be just as successful. Especially when I doubt he's going to be doing anything like Uber. Right? So, like, what are we doing? Like, these things do not compare. But to you, you're going, oh yeah, that was successful. So see how one guy can take an idea and then make it successful? That's what Ash is going to do. And it's like, I'm sorry, this is a stupid speech and I hate it. Like, I don't know what else to say. This is a silly way of thinking about things, Chris. This makes no sense. It's not how this works.
One, it's helping customers out. Maybe they're senior citizens. Number two, their employees are getting paid by the hour, but they're using their vehicle. And if any business owner that does trucking, deliveries, realize how much money they have to invest and put into.
I know Ash said he wanted to end hunger, but like, come on.
Their vehicles every year to keep them up to date. Think about it. This guy was a genius. This is the way I'm thinking about Victory with Ashes. Okay. I'm thinking we're going to go in there. We're going to learn something brand new. How I look at it. For me, it's going to be brand new. And I don't know everything that's in there.
Jelly says, I think Chris was contemplating driving Uber because he's not making money in Victory with Ash. Does seem to be on his brain, weirdly enough. He's like, what other things could I be doing to make money right now? Honestly, doing Uber would be better. I'd recommend doing Uber over an MLM, of course, and definitely over whatever this is about to be. This man, Ash, isn't even supposed to run anything for 8 years. Whatever it is, it's going to be illegal. Don't get involved. I bet he's a crappy tipper. Chris? Yeah, well, not really something I've thought about, but I mean, probably. He's either a crappy tipper or he's one of those people that like over tips and makes a big deal about it while they're doing it. One of the two. And I know you know what I mean. We've all seen that. Where someone like goes to like pay the bill and then they give the tip and they kind of make a big deal to the server while doing that, which then to me just takes away the whole point, doesn't it? It's like when someone does something nice to you and then they like hold it over your head. Like it's that kind of thing. Where they go, hey, look at me giving you this big tip. I'm actually doing this all for me. Not to tip you well, you know, it's very weird. And then the poor server's always on the spot. Because they're like, yeah, thanks. And it makes it feel not genuine to accept. But I'm not going to blame anyone for taking a big tip, even when someone does that to them, especially in the service industry. Trust me, they deserve it. Take it. Especially if that guy's that much of a jerk and you just dealt with him for his whole damn meal. You earned that. You take that from him. But I could just see Chris definitely being like that. He either tips like shit or he's one of those. That ego, you know, his head's getting too big for his body. Even that hat. He's not thinking logically. Chris is kind of dumb that he would start delivering Uber Eats or DoorDash in his gas-guzzling RV. Oh my God. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. You don't want to do that.
But, you know, a free course to learn something that maybe no one else has ever seen before or educated. I think any business owner out there would say, you know what, I'm interested. Why wouldn't they be? You don't go into business to lose money. You go into business to earn money.
Yeah.
Right? And if you could go and learn something new that'll improve your...
But, okay, this is the thing, though. Why do you think Ash is just going to pay out to run a system that just teaches people for free? Once again, what is he getting out of this? Like, obviously, this is either going to turn into a business or... No. You just made the statement. Right? People get in a business to make money, right? So, like, hello!
Business, whether it's marketing, which a lot of companies don't even know how to do. I've seen that. But think about it.
You should throw that in with your pitch, Chris, when you go to see the businesses. And you tell them that you have come in off the street to talk to the top guy in the company because you want to let him know that you have a platform that he can learn from. You throw that in there too. You say, and I bet you this guy doesn't even know how to market. This will teach him how to market too. It'll go over real well. Good luck.
the ability to go to a free platform, Victory with Ash, and get in there and learn all kind of things. This is what I'm doing. This is who I want to promote. All right. Because the businesses around me I'm surrounded by business. I'm also surrounded by people.
Oh, wow.
You know, and I'm using the pros and cons there again. Yep. I'm going to think about people that I know would want to learn. Very, very good. You don't really want to look at someone that, nah, I'm not interested. If a guy comes up to me and I say, Chris, or hey, Bob, you know, Chris, no, I'm not interested. I'm walking away from them. I'm not going to waste my time. But to the business owners, I will be knocking on doors. Me, that's what I'm going to do. All right. I will be writing some nice stationery out to actually put in their mailboxes, explaining to them about Victory with Ash. This is exciting, guys. 100,000 people registered in what, 6 or 7 days, and we just got started. These are.
And you're not thinking that that's a little bizarre for this exclusive business bridge? I don't know what to call it anymore.
Like unbreakable. These are breakable records that we're doing right now. And you got to really think about how exciting this is. Now,
right? Like, think about it. This is the second time that you've allegedly done this with your platform. Unbreakable records of signups.
100,000 people today. All right. Tomorrow, who knows? But there's so much
You're
more.
right.
There's so much more. I'm not going to talk about.
I mean, when you make up the numbers, they could really be anything. Like I said, like next week, you could say there's 7 million. I mean, why not? Go big or go home.
All the other stuff that's going on right now. I want you to get excited about who's going to need Victory with Ash. What they're going to learn from it. And this is kind of the way I'm trying to explain it to people right now. Is, you know, there's something brand new coming, a new platform. It's a learning platform. It's an educational platform about many things. But I believe in my heart, and I don't know this 100%, but I do, that it's going to improve people's lives, their businesses, their personal, whatever he's going to have out there. And you know, the greatest thing, it's free. I'm going to keep using that. There's not many things in this world that are free, but this is one of them. You walk up to any business owner and ask them what they spent to start their business, just on their education, and then ask them about how much it costs for their building. And then
that they won't understand what you mean if you ask them that question. That's the thing, Chris. That's not really a question you can ask. Like, how much did you spend on education for starting your business? Like you said, a lot of people start businesses because they have an interest in something. Then maybe they'll go to school for it. Maybe they'll go to school for business. And it's just funny to me that you don't even understand business. You know? He doesn't sound super confident.
And to hire people and to pay insurance out. It's a lot of money. I believe Victory with Ash is going to teach us all of this. I don't think it's I don't see anything wrong. People say or negative about this. I'm like, it's free. How much you pay your kids college? Think about that. All right. You paid 4 years of college and they're engineers. And what are they doing? I'm betting they're driving Ubers right now.
But this is the thing, though, that we do. We need people that are educated. You can't be an engineer because you watched a YouTube video. All right? Do you want to live in a world where you're a surgeon? You're getting surgery, and they learned how to do it by watching a video like on a YouTube platform. Although it's called Victory with Ash. No. Education, especially in certain fields, is very important. We need that. So if you think that, again, you're creating some kind of platform that's going to replace college or university education to give people careers, like, I doubt it. How? Who's coming to teach these things? And for free? Why? None of it makes any sense again. It's just stuff that they've all made up to keep people holding on. Probably for about 8 years, if I had to guess.
You see what I'm saying? When something new comes into the system, and it's working, people are going to flock into this company. It's already proven right now what we're seeing. How many people are flocking into this? Privately, of course, introduced, but it's working. Do you understand this? This is...
No, it's not. You're not teaching anything yet. You're just recruiting. Congratulations, you can manipulate a lot of people into joining something that you're now offering for free all of a sudden, after they've already been brainwashed by you and the guy running this for like 7 years. Congratulations. What an accomplishment. But that doesn't mean that anything is working here, because in order for this Victory with Ash thing to be working, it would have to be doing education that allegedly can replace uni and college education. So, like, the bar is pretty high. You think that Victory with Ash is going to be better than going to Harvard? Is that because you think Ash went to Harvard? As Chris says here, so Ash with his fake master's from Intercontinental University is going to replace an education from a real university? Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, it's like, of course not. But Chris would be like, yes, he is. Because you don't need a real university. Education's not important. Fuck education. It seems to be kind of a theme right now. And I'm like, I don't like that. We need these. We need these educations, especially for certain fields. It's very important that you get educated in them before you just go do them. You know, I believe that even about things like therapy. You can't just like be a therapist, like, you know. I don't want there to just be like people that can go watch a YouTube video and then be your psychiatrist or be your pharmacist. These things can get dangerous. We don't want that. And we definitely don't want any of those professions trying to learn from an app called Victory with Ash. Right? Like that sounds like all of our worst nightmare. What is happening? And it's frustrating, I think extra frustrating for all of us. Because it's like, we already done this. Already done this. With the Academy. Already been through all of this. I don't know why we're falling for this again. Other than, well, guys, this is coercive control. This is it. It's all story.
And Ash Mufareh is just a genius kind of guy that put this all together. And everything is like, woo, a fine oiled machine right now. It's flying. I'm excited to wait for the next 5 hours, and I'm going to stay up just to see maybe he's going to make another announcement of how many people are getting in. But I know this from the millions of calls I'm getting daily.
Why are you going to stay up in case there's another announcement? It will be there in the morning. You're not supposed to be sharing them public. So the good news is, Chris, that should take off some of the pressure from you. You don't have to be the first one to get the news in order to share it out on your YouTube channel in order to try to get all the views for it like you and Marty used to do before. Right? You're not supposed to be like making videos and sharing them out. So if anything, you should just be fine to go to bed and then you'll read it if it's put in there while you're sleeping like in the morning. Check it when you first wake up if you must, you know? But don't lose sleep over checking this like you did with the OES. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oil left from OnPassive. Not much.
People are fired up. They're excited. And they do ask me questions like, how are you going to do it? I believe, this is my personal opinion, I believe in Victory with Ash.
Yes, Chris and Marty used to sleep in shifts, they told us, to make sure Ash didn't release news overnight. Exactly. One of them was always watching and checking the OES over and over and over again and stuff. And I'm like, okay, listen, that made sense because part of that was them wanting to be the first people to break the news for the channel. If you take away that, right? What does it matter if Chris Johnson doesn't know it until the next morning? It doesn't anymore. At least it shouldn't to him anymore, right? That's kind of my point. I get that this is probably how he's thinking of it. Like, oh, Marty's not here, so it's all up to me now. I need to check it around the clock. But it's like, okay, but you actually don't. Because not only is it that Marty's not around, so you're not like tag teaming it with someone, but you don't have the pressure that you should have had before. It's not supposed to be as public. So go the fuck to bed, Chris. Like, Jesus. Which news made them money, right? That's what I'd like to know.
That's where you're going to learn how to do all this. I'm only going by what I'm thinking right now, who I want to talk to. But guess what? Imagine my ability when I go into Victory with Ash someday, and I learn everything I need to do, where they're going to teach us how to talk to people maybe on the outside of this company, how to talk to business owners, how to talk to people. That's what I need skills with. And I'm so looking forward to finding and learning those skills in Victory with Ash. Now, and I'll say it again, Ash even knows that I am the slowest learner possible. But you know what? If I don't go in there, he says it's going to be a blast. I'm having fun, Chris. You're going to love this. All right. But if I don't,
I guess he admits it. So at least there's that.
At least try. If I don't even go in there, I think I'm the dumbest guy in the world. Okay. And business owners the same way. That's how I'm going to let them think. You got to check it out, man. You got to check it out. This could explode everything in your life in a good way.
Whoa.
So this is my opinion. Okay. I see the numbers growing constantly. Constantly. And I'm telling you, I'm fired up and I want to get you guys fired up. Okay.
Prince, listen, aren't you listening? He's going to tell everybody about how it's a learning platform. They're not selling anything. They're doing free learning because everyone needs to get better educated. That silly university and college education isn't good enough. You know? I don't know what he could tell them. Check what out? Exactly. Like, what are we looking at? There is nothing. It's just like the OES where you log in and then there's a place where Ash is putting up messages. Literally what it is. You know? None of that is going on. Wake me up in 8 years and let me know how it went. Cheers. Cheers, Johnny. The number of recruits are growing every day. Not sales of products, but recruiting numbers. Exactly. And then what are we doing once we get there? Who needs education? Just become a ChatGPT life coach or wellness influencer. Many people don't seem to give a damn about actual credentials anymore. Everything is just TikTok content now. Well, not in the real world, but maybe online, yes. 30-second window to make your payments, right? And to do the KYC, apparently.
Everything is happening perfectly.
Okay.
It's a perfectly oiled machine. It's going well. I know lots. Oh my God. My phone is going off the hook right now, but let me tell you something. I am so excited to learn something that I've never been taught before. And I believe I'll be able to take this to the world globally, anywhere I want. And I don't have to worry about flat tires, oil changes, brakes going bad, parts of my car falling off, because I'm not going to be doing deliveries, man. I applaud Uber. That guy was a genius. And I know a lot of you are driving Uber. Uber Eats, Uber. It's huge. But guess what?
Oh, I see. We're beefing with Uber. Why drive Uber when you can come and then just learn for free from Ash Mufareh and make no money, apparently, because everything's free, right?
That's Julie's favorite word lately, huge. Right, Julie? Listen, we are going to, this is going to explode. It already has. And it's going to keep exploding because of individuals like you looking for the right people, understanding what they're looking for. It's really easy when you talk to someone one-on-one to understand what they're really looking for. I'm looking forward to the conversations that I'm going to have with business owners and what they think. And I believe that everyone in this world is going to go crazy for this, just like Uber back in 2009. But I think we will break more records, and more every single day, more records. More people are going to come in, because this is the excitement of this new bridge, Victory with Ash, that's going to take us into a new business, but it's also going to teach us about business in general, to my opinion. So I don't want to stay.
That's not helpful to me at all. In my opinion, it will teach us. It will teach us about business in general. In my opinion, that doesn't mean that it will. Who are the people that are going to be teaching, and what are their credentials? And why should I want to learn off of them? We don't even know that. So you can even make statements like, we will be learning.
What time is it? I love you all. Please stay excited. Congratulations again to 100,000.
Right?
100,000 in a 6 days, 6 or 7 days. Think about it. 6 or 7 days, 100,000. Imagine in 2 weeks.
I have been thinking about it. I thought it took you longer to get there. And you told me that no, it was actually apparently way sooner than we thought. And now I'm really thinking about it, Chris. Good job.
3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. And then imagine when the learning starts, how much it's going to grow, because you're going to be educated on what you can do, how you should do it. This is my opinion. I don't know this.
But I don't understand. Why are we growing Victory with Ash? I thought that wasn't the main company. I don't understand why we would concentrate so much on recruiting people into that. Weird.
But I'm excited. Are you excited? All right, let me say hi to a couple people. Hey, James Hawkins. Melanie, how you doing? I said hi, Elizabeth. Raphael, there you are. To tell the truth, you know it, Raph. You know it. John White, my man, what's happening? Probably, Bill might be sleeping right now. Donna Hamlin, how you doing? Dr. Masagio.
Yeah, we had a whole conversation about that, Jim.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Lori Lund, boom, go. You guys are doing this great. Congratulations for doing it the right way. All right, that's what Ash Mufareh is doing. He's doing it the right way.
What are we doing?
And I'm not going to talk about all the other stuff. Get excited. Start thinking about a plan, because when you learn how to do it, your plan's all going to come together, and he will educate us all. I love you all. Hi, Lystra. Eric Kessler, what's up, my man? Diane, what's happening? Trombley. Gianna, how you doing, Gianna? Vavina, what's happening? There you are, Willow Griffith. It's good to see you. I was just talking about you the other day. I was always worried about you. I'm always worried about all you guys. Claire Nolt, John Barua, thank you for my admins. Madoop, Cynthia Deering, Gwen, let's get this going. Let's do it right. Let's find the right people.
What are you doing?
Let's get people fired up. Let's get people education that is going to help.
I love how Ash is like, don't hype it. And that's like all Chris does when he shows up here.
Help everyone. Welcome to Victory with Ash. I love you all. God bless. I will see you when I see you. You never know with me. And everyone that's doing the lives, I've been watching them. Way to go. Because you know what you're doing? You're talking individuals.
I don't understand why you would be doing lives. Because shouldn't you be saving all the educating for like when you're in the platform? You're not the educators anymore. You're supposed to be learning off of Ash and his mentors. You're not the mentors anymore. That's what you're missing here, Chris.
You're bringing the attention to yourself, because those are the people that you're going to want to talk to. Keep doing what you're doing, okay? Don't stop doing it. A lot of you have come out of your fear zone, and you're kicking butt, getting the proper message out. Why you're doing it, right? I mean, it's there. I could give you a million examples of companies that started from one idea, okay? That still cracks me up. I couldn't get a cab, so I decided to make a business out of it. All right. Ash Mufareh, I think he said, there's so many things wrong out there. I got to fix this, and I got to do something about it.
There's so many things wrong out there. No. So he wanted to make a platform that would help funnel people leads to their MLM business. And then, like, he's literally told you what he said. What do you mean? And then he thought he could help people with marketing because to him, he's a master marketer.
That's how I look at it. I love you all.
Okay.
We'll see you later. Have a great weekend. I think it's Saturday. Yeah, it's Saturday. It's supposed to rain in Michigan, but stay excited. Pay attention to your OES. Pay attention to the posts that we're making lately about what's happening. The numbers.
So if you've been in this thing since the beginning, are you checking Go Founders, the OES, and Victory with Ash right now for messages from Ash? If anyone could let me know, that would be awesome because that just seems like a lot. Seems like a lot of checking places for Ash to communicate. Can he just pick one and stick with it? That would be helpful. Tell him that, Chris.
They're growing, and just stay plugged in. All right, because I believe everyone is going to get into Victory with Ash. And remember, we said number 100 millionth. You're going to learn exactly what anyone else that's getting in there is going to learn, and we are going to blow this world up with the greatest education I believe we're ever going to see.
Oh, no.
And it's free. God bless you all. Happy birthday if you got a bath day. I need a bath day. And we're praying for you.
Does Ash know that he's supposed to be building a platform that will replace university and college education, but for free right now, Chris? Does he know that? I'm just wondering.
Constantly keep all those countries, the Philippines, Jamaica, in your prayers. They did get hit with some very nasty weather. We have a lot of family and friends over there, all of us together. Keep them in your prayers, and everyone else is on the prayer list. I love you all. I got to go. We'll see you later.
Oh, Lord. That was hard to get through, Chris. That was hard to get through. Oh, yes, it was. Hey, don't play that. Don't play that. There we go. There we go. I hope that doesn't get me a copyright, Lord. Lord. But yeah, who is doing lives? I don't know. I'm not sure because most of the people, like I said, are not really doing lives. Susie's done a few extra ones. You know, Red is doing lives here and there and whatnot. But I'm kind of like, there aren't the amount of lives that there used to be. And then the other lives seem to be some of the old Indian O founders that are just doing Victory with Ash daily lives, making more illegal income claims. So that's fun. Another, how many more years of Chris doing this? Oh, probably 8. Maybe not, though. I don't know. Ash might be building a business right under our noses. Thinking he can get away with it. You know, as long as he builds his echo chamber up enough. I thought anyway. Until they told me that 100,000 people were in it. So there you have it. As you can see, this amazing business Victory with Ash is very busy scalling or scaling, depending on which video from tonight from Bill Musk we're watching. And we'll just have to see how it goes in future. I am still kind of like, why would Ash be running? You know, like, come on, Chris, think about it. Susie, think about it. Why would Ash be running this free platform again for everyone to join? He complained about how long he gave people OConnect for free for and how it like bled money from him, right? So why would he turn around then and be like, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up another platform and I'll just pay everything, the bill. And then you guys can just use everything for free. How about that? Like, that just seems like a ridiculous idea, doesn't it? Doesn't it? How many views? I already left it. Scam Chan, I don't know. You can go to Chris's channel and check it out. You can go there and check it out. Maybe in future we'll compare the views. Who knows? But I'm tired. It's 10 p.m. Happy FriYAY to my sayers of nay. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me today. I'm not really doing the rhyming thing anymore because honestly, I think I ran out. We did this for, a year and a half. FriYAY with the Sayers of May. Went for a year and a half strong, almost every Friday doing one. And I rhymed every single title. There's only so many things that I can rhyme with May. So we might pick up the rhyming again. But, Victory with Ash is also a hard thing to rhyme. And I was going to switch it over, and I was like, I don't know if that would be any better. So we might have to start it back up again. We'll see how it goes. But for now, I hope all of you have a wonderful night. Have a lovely weekend. We will be doing some posts tomorrow for a Saturday, self-care Saturday, like I do. So make sure you practice that. Take a little break on Sunday. Give your minds a break from MLM and cult stuff. Make sure you take care of yourself. Practice self-care, like I said. And I will see you all on Monday, where I think that it is time for us to do an update on the Lynch twins. Megan and Reagan Lynch and Vibe. What is Vibe up to? It's been quite a while. We haven't checked in with them. I was giving them some time to, get themselves together. So that is what we are going to be doing Monday for MLM Monday. I hope to see all of you then. It will be a live stream. So have a wonderful weekend, like I said. Make sure to take a break. I love all of your faces. Like always, we're in it to win it.
My name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend.
We are here.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke. If that's a call.
Hey.
And I'm your friend. And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufareh. If you're rude, if you've been doubting or spying or we know who you are.
Stop going there. She wants to be the first to make us look silly. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there asking for a debate. That's the lady I brought on. Her debate was 3 minute Ash. And another Queen of Karma asking about why don't we answer the question about religion. I think we've answered that over and over again.
I've been answering them over and over. It's not the answer you want, but call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke.
Alright, this is a great way to start your day. Come here and tune in to Crazy Man talking about their experiences.
My name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Make sure you give us a like on your way out. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Stop going there. That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own YouTube channel. It breaks my heart.
Ash Mufareh.
Stop going there.
Yeah, Queen of Karma's down there.
My name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend.
Let's go to Guyana.